Hello, TM Grimish here. A couple show notes right off the top. We are this week and going forward going to bi-weekly, so every 2 weeks. So the shows will be longer, but not as often. After this session, we will be converting to Pathfinder 2nd Edition from Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, which is what we've been playing up till now. So there may be some chatter throughout this episode about that. I've tried to keep it to a minimum, but we're all kind of excited to give it a shot. And finally, the next session after this will most likely be a one-shot, probably the beginner's box for Pathfinder 2nd Edition and potentially character creation. So we are going to be testing that out, kicking the tires on it, and within a session or two we should be back to the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. Thanks. Let's get into it.
Good.
Yeah, so take two.
This is Tits McGee responding from the jungle. I hope y'all are ready to rumble.
Right, so session 40, to actually record the recap without my kids being on the line asking me to get them paper. Yeah, so you guys finished Wongo's Shrine, finished Papazotl Shrine, visited some kobolds underneath the bazaar, and have collected 8 of the 9 cubes. Just to remind you of some points of interest on the map that you haven't, or that you got, I think, from the kobolds. There's a shrine down at 10. There is a big amphitheater that has probably something of interest in it at 13, and you know the entrance to the tomb is up at spot 14. So I think that's just about everything that I can think of, but since it's been 2 weeks, any questions or comments before we get into stuff?
No, I think we're just go right to the murder hoving. Oh wait, we don't do that here. Sorry. Yeah, no, we're gonna go back to exploring. That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah.
Yes, the exploration pillar of Tomb of Annihilation. Cool. So I think it's probably about, let's say it's about midday, because I can't remember, but I'm assuming you guys probably camped out shortly after the kobolds. Is that accurate, or is that inaccurate?
I think so.
Yeah, so you would have gone from the kobolds over to Wongo's Shrine. So we'll say that took about like a chunk of the morning, and it is midday.
Alrighty. See, we already explored 12, right?
Yeah, that's Wongo's Shrine. That was the shrine that had the monkey paws, and it summoned a bunch of sea monsters. And it had the faces.
Oh yeah, screw those guys. Screw that.
The psychic crush monkeys, as I think of them.
Yeah, the ones we splattered against the wall because they're assholes.
Yes.
Your favorite characters?
We still got 10 to visit and that amphitheater,
You got what in the
if I
amphitheater?
am not mistaken. Number 10.
Yeah, 10 you know from the kobolds is a shrine.
I don't know, what do you reckon? We hit the amphitheater while we're here and then go to Shrine 10?
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, because we're going to be able to hit the road straight from here.
What's your name? So it's a might as well read some poetry while we're at 13, so I think that's how it works.
Let's do it. And you know we're not going to read poetry when we get there. At best, we're going to do a reenactment of Hamlet, but a lot more violent.
You know, I'm kind of impressed you know of Hamlet.
You know, American education is not actually as bad as everyone thinks it is.
Yeah, no, I'll just give it a shit.
Don't get me wrong, though. It is shit.
Well, it says Australian. That's why we talk like this.
No, I'm not going to make that joke. Never mind.
You should have just let it
Racist.
go. Just let it fly.
Nope. It wasn't a racist joke. It was a different joke.
Oh,
So there you go.
Oh, you're not allowed to make that joke this month. That's not okay.
It wasn't about
What?
that either. It had
I'm
nothing
just a
to
horrible
do with any of the categories you're thinking of. I just decided not to say it out loud. So there you go. Because I have some filters in my brain at this point between my mouth and my...
Brr.
I'm glad somebody does, because we don't.
Well, that's what we have
Yeah.
you for.
I know, right?
I was curious to see if that Kakenstein guy was gonna have some crazy stuff to say, but yeah.
Don't worry, our rate is far tamer than you think he is in terms of all things held relative.
Yeah.
I mean, there are worse people. Don't get me wrong, though. That muscle chick that just got put in the chat, I would let her sit on my face.
Oh boy. Do I need to go look at chat? No, I don't see anything in chat.
It's not in our chat. It's in the chat.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you're making jokes about memes I haven't even seen yet.
Let's just put it this way: she is the epitome of barbarian woman.
Hey, the iconic Pathfinder barbarian is a woman. So when we do the demo session, if you want to play a barbarian,
is it Emery?
Amiri?
I'm gonna have to say
Yeah.
no.
I remember. She's fucking. I think she's in Pathfinder,
Yeah.
the game,
Yeah.
I should say.
Well, all the
And
iconic.
she's just as ridiculous in there as.
Oh, and Kingmaker.
Yeah, she's
started-
basically a female armorine. It's fucking ridiculous.
I started playing that the other day, and I was just like, "Oh, this character is perfect for ARM."
I know, right?
Like, I don't care what they pay us as long as they give me some damn food to eat. You know, like just
It's like spending the time just out machoing the rest of the cast, which I suppose is fine since like most of the guys in that are like milk toast. At least the
Milk
companions.
Toast. Oh my!
They're just so fucking. Oh, I forgot what his name was. That freaking healer who is like just the wimpiest person ever, which I suppose is a stereotype. But
So are you saying the healer is a soy boy?
yes,
Which, by
And
the
that's
way, I
that's
love
coming
that
from
that is now a full-blown insult.
and that's coming from a guy who's gay, so you know.
okay.
It doesn't even make sense. Like,
I don't know. He's just
Here we go. I'm pulling this up on this
Oh, God.
the stream so that you can
we go.
see it.
nice.
ARM. That is Amiri, and that is
Lovely.
a female. That is the kind of like prototypical Pathfinder barbarian.
That is perfect.
There's actually lore for why she can wield a sword that big.
Yep.
Her
It's
whole,
actually a giant's sword.
yeah, her tribe sent her out to kill a giant, expecting it to kill her, and they sent hunters afterwards in case she succeeded to take her out and claim victory, and she instead killed the giant, killed the hunters, and then just said, screw it, I guess I'm done with this tribe, and began adventuring. So she's just the happiest person. Anywho, so you guys want to head over towards the amphitheater?
The theater.
yeah,
Do you have Volo's Guide to the Poetry of the Realms handy?
I think we only have Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Yeah.
I don't think we paid for that DLC.
For what it's worth, in canon, Volo has published like 15 books, and there's a list of them. Anyway,
Oh well.
get
In that case, Anthea checked if you cast Identify on it, and she figured it wasn't magical, so not worth her time.
Oh, the Volo's Guide.
Yep.
Is
Oh.
Volo just the D&D version of Chuck Tingle?
Volo has, in
Possible.
fact, accomplished things in Forgotten Realms canon. He is not actually as useless as they kind of make him out to be. So,
I mean, Chuck is a Hugo Award nominist.
yeah. Yeah, he is. That's true. Chuck Tingle. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'll say, as you guys make your way west from Wango Shrine and over the road towards the amphitheater, kind of about here, where I'm pinging, you guys all see a lone tabaxi kind of sitting in a meditative pose just kind of sitting out in the middle of that area right before the amphitheater.
Hmm.
Tabaxi
Any of your
being
friends?
cat people, if you have forgotten.
That's just for Foxy. Anyways, is this one of Bag of Nails' friends?
Don't know, but I reckon we should
Bag of Nails.
poke it with a stick.
A pointy stick from a distance, or a pointy stick from close up?
Yes. Xanthiel was going to go walk up and talk to him.
Cool. For what it's worth, Bag of Nails says, I don't know this other Tabaxi, and is as helpful as Bag of Nails has been this entire time. As you approach, are you trying to do so stealthily, or are you just walking up to the...
She has a -1 in stealth at a disadvantage automatic, so she's not going to try stealthing.
Oh, hey, I don't know.
Yeah.
So as you walk up,
Just going to try.
You're just gonna roll it for fun?
That's what she would have got.
And that's what you got. You got a 1.
Love it.
When we convert, you can
Clank.
fail. So that's good to know. You can critically fail when we switch over. But anyway,
Oh boy.
you can also crit succeed. We'll get into that later.
Cool.
As you approach, the Tabaxi man stands up and turns to face you. He has graying black fur, and as he looks at you, you can see that there are cataracts clouding his left eye. And as you approach, he nods and, in kind of a pretty even tone, just says, "Hello, what has brought you to Omu?"
We are here to put an end to this soulmonger.
And he kind of tilts his head on his side and says, I am not familiar with the soulmonger.
Truly. Well, to cut a very long story short, is a device that collects souls, and then for what purpose we do not know, but it stops people from coming back when we try to resurrect them.
It's quite annoying because I like to die quite often.
He considers this and nods and says, well, that seems fitting given the name. I wish you luck. I am preparing to fight a great beast in this city.
Americana perks up. Go on.
I am awaiting the return of the King of Feathers. He is a quite formidable foe, and I have decided that I will fight the king, and either I will be triumphant or I will die in one last glorious hunt.
Would you like some assistance, or do you want this to be your funeral?
I am certainly open to assistance if you want to accompany me in this fight. I am simply waiting for him to return. I'm sure we will hear him sooner or later. This amphitheater is his home, I believe, based on the stench.
My nose has been stuffed all day. I can't smell anything. Well, Horse Goddess, what do you say? You want to stab something?
Yeah, sure, why not? Suppose it's
Just
been a
spirit.
while for you.
Cool.
I need to find a battle
whoops.
flag.
What? You sound like you're like 10 feet away from your mic arm.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a little bit better.
I do not know what's going on with this mic. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's one of the reasons I switched away from my headset mic. Now I have this crazy thing on the side. So with that, he explains that the King of Feathers is basically a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. And he has pretty much been waiting to hear him coming, because it does not traipse around without making quite a bit of noise and occasionally roaring. I think you guys have largely missed most of the King's stomping grounds so far in your travels of Omu.
Love it.
So, at this point, it's kind of up to you guys. He explains that the amphitheater, there's a kind of a tunnel that goes into a cave or something that appears to be the King of Feathers' home. If you want to fight it, he would guess that the King of Feathers will be back probably sometime during the day or by nightfall at the latest. And so I guess it's to you guys. What do you want to do? How do you want to approach this?
Sounds fantastic.
Well, actually, what time is it right now in Kent?
It's probably like 11:30, 12, something like that. It's right midday.
So you might have... Yeah, we could potentially have some time to wait. Shoot. Mostly just looking at spells to prepare, maybe. But I think I'm already okay for that.
Do you guys want to wait out here? Do you want to scope out the amphitheater? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I reckon we should, scan out the amphitheater, see if there's anything around that could be of use.
Let me find it. Because, of course, loaded it. I'll find it. And let me... Oh. Yeah, okay, cool. You go here. Go there. Do anything. I'm going to reload real quick, and then I'll put your guys' tokens on.
Oh, I did ready this. Sweet. This should be interesting.
There we go. Okay. Let me grab some tokens. Saturday. We've got a Gale. We've got a Xanthiel. We've got a Murkana. Is Cielu alive?
You probably have time to rebuild them.
Yeah, we'll just throw that into a new one and call it a day. Why not?
Give me a Cielu.
Salut, it's 4 a.m. Time to suffer.
Actually, we're gonna Sika and a Zandala. God, I forgot how many people you guys are training around. We've got
Oh, no, right?
here. And then, oh shoot, do I have Hooded Lantern? Where are you, Hooded Lantern? Of course, Tabaxi Hunter. Let's get a hunter and let's rename him to Hooded Lantern. And goes token and call it the same thing. Just to make that a little easier to see. There we go. So as you guys get into the amphitheater, apologies that this map is flipped from the way it looks in the book, because honestly I don't know why you would have an amphitheater facing backwards, so I flipped it in the other direction. So from your guys' perspective, everything... so this amphitheater kind of gently steps down. Hopefully it's clear that there are lines of steps and then lines of seats. It drops about 20 feet over the course of the length of the steps. There's a small stage in the middle. The stage is only about 2 or 3 feet above the ground itself. There is a cave slash archway going into some cavern or something in the rock wall, and this rock wall is basically the edge of Omu itself. This is the wall that goes up, about 150 feet. The area in the center of the amphitheater and leading to the cave is strewn with basically bones and carcasses, mostly picked clean. The smell, even from where you're standing, is pretty rank of just death. And then the whole perimeter of this area, so everything that's green, you can basically consider difficult terrain and at least partial cover, in that it represents just overgrown shrubbery, vines, all sorts of craziness. So moving around within the amphitheater is easy. And also worth noting, any of the rocks or boulders in here, most of them are big enough that if you duck behind them, it will act as cover. That said, if you try to make a ranged attack from behind something, if you attack from it, you're not in cover. If you duck behind it, you are in cover. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So that is, I think, the layout of everything here. Yeah.
We can get rid of that. We probably won't need to speak to it. Trying to toss up between two particularly funny spells.
Do you guys want to make...
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm just fucking around with my spell list. No, you're up. You can.
Just basically, I want to give you guys time if you want to discuss or plan anything for fighting a T-Rex. Basically, eventually...
If I knew where it was going to set up, then I could set up explosive runes, which would be fun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like a...
So the path you are on right now, on that eastern side of the map, is really the only clear pathway into here. All of the rest of this undergrowth is thick enough that it doesn't look like, say, a Tyrannosaurus Rex has walked through it recently. So you would surmise that when it comes here, it is going to come through the pathway central area that you guys are kind of standing in right now.
So we should move.
Yep.
This boulder's high cover, right?
If you choose to hide behind it, it'll provide you cover, kind of from the opposite direction. As will
Where can
most...
we rest? Sorry.
Where can you rest? Is that what you were going to ask?
No, I was just saying, like, we could possibly rest up a little bit if we needed to. I don't think we do, though. Not really sure about that. I think I still have all my spells.
Zandala's topped off. And I don't think anybody else has much in the way of spells. Gale does, but I don't know if Gale has used any spells.
I don't think we have.
I just smacked things with the mace so far. monkeys didn't really put up enough of a fight to justify spells.
Bag of Nails just kind of wanders off up here
Yeah, of course he does.
and hides behind this boulder.
He really is as useful as his name.
And potentially useful though.
I mean, he's good at shooting stuff.
He's okay.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, Bag of Nails, I think, solo reduced 2 people in the party to less than half hit points. So, you know.
Yeah,
He did by being a stealthy murder cat.
Yep.
but he couldn't hit a druid once. Haha.
It's because no one can hit the druid. The gods couldn't hit the druid.
So a Hooded Lantern has kind of entered the middle of the area and looks like he's basically resumed his meditative pose. He hasn't ignored anybody or anything, but he's just kind of collecting himself for this fight.
Fair.
The artist is kind of like, well, okay. Do we have a plan of attack, guys, or should I just go hide behind a rock?
Well, my current plan is... Somehow I believe that the best plan will be a direct one in this beast, since we lack any real ability to set up much of a trap.
So artist says, behind the rock it is, then. And goes and kind of gets his bow ready and ducks back.
My trap spells, unfortunately, have an hour-long duration, so it's pretty much going to happen.
Masika comes over here, and Zendala's just like, okay, I guess I'll hide behind this rock. And she says, we're all agreed that just hiding behind rocks is the best idea?
I mean, we kind of want to set a trap here.
Yeah, but mine takes too long to set up, so I'd have to hear it coming before I set it.
I'm just trying to think of what sort of, I don't know, earthworks or whatever we could set up because, oh, actually, you have mold earth, right?
I don't think I do.
Or you don't?
I have fabricate, but
Fabricate. Okay, right. Shit. There goes the tiger trap.
I do have, however. Where is it? I can find the damn thing. Sorry, I couldn't figure out a way to link it besides that.
Glyph of Warding. When you cast this spell... Oh, that's small text. When you cast this spell, inscribe a glyph that later unleashes a magical effect. It's nearly invisible and requires an intelligence investigation check to be found. You decide what triggers it on a surface it's touching or standing on, or whatever you decide. When you inscribe a glyph, choose Explosive Runes or Spell Glyph. Explosive Runes, when triggered, the glyph erupts with magical energy. In a 20-foot radius sphere, the sphere around each creature. So you pick one type of damage, and it takes that on a failed saving throw that you choose. On a failed saving throw.
Or half as much if it wins the saving throw.
Dex saving throw. Yeah. So then you just basically pick a damage type, put a rune down, and set whatever trigger you want for it, and that is what happens. Right?
Yep. Or I can make it cast a 3rd level spell.
So you would imbue the glyph with a spell, basically.
Yep.
So
And then it will cast it if something enters the area. So.
Yeah. Okay.
But of course, it only has a duration of an hour, so I can't really cast it just now, and then the T-Rex doesn't show for like 7 hours.
How long does it take to cast? How long is it? Is this a? I'm assuming this is just like a one-action spell. Or like you have to go inscribe it somewhere. So it doesn't matter. It's just you have to go inscribe the glyph somewhere.
Oh, wait, it takes an hour to scribe. Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. It actually, I read it wrong. It doesn't have an hour-long duration. It takes an hour to set up.
Ah, okay.
Ah. So, yeah, I'll cast that. On the tracks, I think. Like, here-ish.
Yeah, the tracks
Was the
pretty
only
much
path,
go.
wasn't it?
Yeah, they pretty much go straight across the middle of the map.
So I shall set it up, and, shit. Oh no, T-Rexes seem vulnerable to most of those things. Or at least, you know,
Or at least not
not
resistant.
implicitly immune. Yeah. So I guess acid.
I don't know if T-Rexes are vulnerable, but there you go. That's the shape of what it will be, and the point that it would
Sweet.
do. Okay, what damage type are you going to use?
I'll go with acid. Why not?
Cool. Fun.
So, one.
Let's see here. So there's your prep. Most of the rest of the people are kind of just basically waiting to strike. Let's see here. And Murakana, your melee. Gale, for what it's worth, if something were to walk into the clearing right now, they would see you.
Yeah, good point. Let's
Cool.
bushhook our way over there.
I don't know if we want to read.
I just discovered something.
What did you discover?
Sorry.
Oh, the time I thought I was in the woods.
The time you thought you were in
No,
the
no.
woods and then a frost giant just dropped you like a backhanded swing.
Hello there!
Yeah, I just figured I'd give you a chance to, if your intent was to be behind a rock, actually be behind a rock.
I just discovered some source of cheese. I could, in theory, prepare 8 of those because it's not a concentration spell.
Just use all of your higher level spell slots.
Yeah. I could, but I don't think I want to.
I don't think you have
That'll
8
be a bit-
hours to make it.
Yeah, that's also true.
For what it's worth, I don't think I'm going to give you 8 hours. I kind of have a time frame in mind that is not 8 hours of you guys just like chilling here until 8 p.m.
And then it just fucking erupts when he touches it. Acid would wash down the amphitheater and drown us all anyway.
So what is that? So the trigger is... Oh, interesting.
Anything walks on it.
Cool. Okay, I was just curious. I was thinking about your game breaking method, and that actually poses some other interesting questions for me.
Yeah.
Because I
Well, it
don't.
does take an hour to set up, so it's kind of tricky.
I was just thinking if you put 8 of these all around, it would be almost as much of a challenge to make sure you guys don't touch them as it touching them. And I'll say, so you guys have spent probably like 20, 30 minutes figuring stuff up. Xanthiel spends a chunk of time setting this glyph up. Kind of as you finish setting the glyph up, it's getting to early afternoon, and you do hear in the distance basically a roar and a stir of birds from probably about a quarter of a mile away. And the roar is quite loud and sounds like you imagine what a T-Rex would sound like.
Oh, god dang it.
Well, it's a good thing I'm standing out in the middle where Hood Lantern is.
Cool. So do you guys have any other preparations you want to make before this thing wanders back to its lair?
Yeah, I would like to place a nuke right where the entrance is.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do that you actually have the ability to do?
Oh,
I have Wall of Fire. I forgot about that. Hello. Gotta love being a Forge Cleric. Nah, I'm good.
Cool. Then I'm going to preload everybody into combat status just to make that easier to deal with.
Oh, wait, sorry, I lied. That's not a concentration spell. I didn't know that.
What's not a concentration spell?
Death Ward.
Do you want to death ward someone?
Yeah, I'll Death Ward myself because I have shit hit points. But I'm still going to try to brawl it.
Cool. So you're starting to actually hear some footsteps and kind of grunting and deep growling approaching from the east. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Casting gun.
Cool. Okay.
Ready actions, eh? I'll ready an action to cast Shield of Faith on myself when I see it.
Okay, so really, I would just like to make him visible. No, I don't get to do this. There we go. Putting things right on the edge of the map can do weird things in Foundry. Crashing through the trees with a roar appears a very large Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we'll add him to the turn order. And at this point, y'all can roll initiative, because that is what is about to happen.
9, love it. Fidel is still reading.
Yeah, she's just, studying that spellbook that sorcerers don't have.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's see here.
Sounds like a journal, Elder.
Artist gets to go first, I think. Adjust the mix just a touch. As this thing kind of bursts through, Artist kind of peeks up, and he is going to... Oh, wait, you guys get to play it. Sorry. Maracana, you get to play Artist, not me.
Maracana.
Fantastic.
Look, it's a big T-Rex with feathers on it.
Where's Artist at? Alright, Artist
top.
is going to cast...
Artist doesn't have spells.
It's like, wait.
He's going to cast Bow.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So it's,
Also, that T-Rex should explode.
it explodes when it hits the glyph.
Oh.
I'm not going to rob you of your glyph, don't worry. So that'll do 8 piercing damage, which doesn't seem to...
And then he's going to duck back behind the rock really quickly.
Cool.
It's
So I'll say,
shame after you roll one.
Yeah, if you don't move, I'll say you can duck in and out of cover without a problem. So the T-Rex kind of starts as it sees all of you. That arrow shot didn't even seem to register to it. Just like it hit it, but it's just like, oh, helps if I do that. It is Gale's turn.
Yes. Well, you know how this is gonna go.
Lightning bolt.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, we'll just do this with a regular chart. You know what? I'll pop 3 charges into this, give it an extra 3d6. Why not? Oh, I love this.
Ooh, spicy.
So that's that, and then using an extra 3 charges to bring this down to 4.
That's not actually for 3d6 the worst you could do. So he gets a,
It's not, but this is like the 3rd time
Pretty
this
close to
happened to
that.
me this week.
so he gets a dex save.
Oh
Maybe.
god.
Does he get to roll it? There we go. And he...
No.
the lightning bolt definitely hits him. But it looks like he almost shrugs some of it off, even though he didn't dodge it. Let's see. Why did he just splat blood like that? I didn't even apply damage to him yet. Interesting. So 33 plus 6 is 39, so all that 20 damage. There you go.
And then we'll just follow up with our little bonus action pea shooter.
Summoning your thingamaboo jobber.
Bang.
A 14 will hit for 11 force damage. Does that force him backwards?
It's. I mean,
Technically,
it
it's anything.
says so, but he's kind of big.
He's also at the edge of the map. I literally can't push him back, so I'm just gonna apply
Yeah.
damage to him. So that's 11
And then we will.
That seems to be the only thing it's not resistant to so
that didn't
far.
work.
I think I'll stay back here for now. I don't want to take the chance of running between rocks.
We don't know how fast that thing is, but probably don't go near
I mean,
it.
these two here are probably in a good line where we could make it, but I'm not gonna do that. We're just gonna hide down behind here.
Cool. Masika is actually just. She's gonna. Oh wait, no. Masika's is yours, Gale. Sorry.
Yep.
She's a rogue.
And yeah, she doesn't really have anything good for this, as far as I can remember.
She's pretty much a melee slice and dice machine.
Yeah, she's just gonna not go out there then.
I was gonna say that too. If I was controlling Masika, I would not do anything. Cool. So then, Americana is.
Masika's doing her best impersonation of the rock.
Yeah, she's just blending in and waiting for the opportune moment. Americana, it is your turn.
Fantastic. How many feet can a T-Rex cover?
You don't really know.
Fantastic. We're going to find out.
Probably a bunch.
Where the... Oh my god. Okay, whenever we updated, I lost my heavy crossbow.
Really?
I don't know what happened.
Inventory, heavy crossbow. You did. Oh, we can add a heavy crossbow.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't know what happened.
Items. Do the items. Was it not on your character sheet by any chance?
I thought it was, but maybe it got removed on accident.
Crossbow heavy. Chunk. Okay, you've got a heavy crossbow.
Woo!
So you shoot, 21 will hit. And I think that's about it because it's a reload.
Oh wait, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, and I rage.
Okay.
Actually, let me just use my rage function. We have it. I might as well abuse it.
Your rage function? What?
I have a rage button.
Oh. Yeah, it
I don't know if
counts-
it actually works.
It counts how many rages you have for you.
Oh,
Because you
so I
have,
still have to add the 2 damage
I
modifier.
don't think I have macros, but yeah, it counts how many rages you have.
Okay, so
That
then that's a
said,
13. Yeah, so it's a 13 instead of 11. Okay. Oh no, 8. Whichever one it was first. I don't give a crap.
you don't get rage bonuses to
It's on
the ranged weapons that are not strength.
it's on strength weapons. Yeah.
So if you throw a
If you had a
javelin-
compound bow,
yeah, a bow or a javelin, you could get it. Heavy crossbow, you do not get the bonus. But anyway,
I'm so glad you told me this because I still have at least 21 javelins left.
I don't play your character for you. Come on, you just gotta read the description of Arcana. Jesus Christ.
You know, I play my character like he lives his life.
Anyway,
Open it.
One bad mistake at a time.
Yes.
fantastically, Hooded Lantern. What is he going to do? What can Hooded Lantern do? Hey, he's got a short bow and multi attack. Cool. And he has. Okay, so he is going to stand and deliver.
Your money or your life.
He's gonna fire his short bow twice. Wow, not bad, Hooded Lantern. Better than you did last time. So 9 plus 7 is 16, so that's 16 damage. So you guys are pelting this creature with arrows and bows and various things. Hooded Lantern will stay put. It doesn't look like he has any intent of backing down from this creature. He just gives kind of the tabaxi equivalent of a battle cry, which I imagine sounds something like...
It's just angry hissing.
Just angry hissing and screeching, like a really big cat spitting. And it is the King of Feathers' turn.
Did Artabaxi get a go?
Did who go?
Artabaxi. Bag of nails.
He's next in the order.
Oh, right.
He doesn't get to go yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the King of Feathers roars, and as he does so, a bunch of insects... Oh, I'm using the wrong insects, sorry. Haha, I did that wrong. Rip me. I know what I'm doing. A swarm of insects fly out of his little cave. And I'm just going to add one of them to the turn order. I guess they will go next turn. And then he will start to bear down on Hooded Lantern and Xanthiel, because he can see you guys directly in front of him. And as he does so, he will cross that trap. Yeah, so he'll end up here, but he will cross that trap, and it will trigger for the acid damage. Where is the acid damage? How much do I roll? Or do you roll?
You can roll it again if you want.
Yeah, 31's fine. So he will try to make his dex save.
Oh, Jesus.
He certainly will. So he will take
Right.
16 damage, I believe, as that acid erupts into his underside. You do notice at this point, he's got a lot of, like, he's called the King of Feathers because he's literally growing a beautiful plumage of feathers all over him. Which
That's terrible.
in prior T-Rexes that you have seen, that has not been the case. So
I
that's...
tried to tame it.
You're not a druid anymore.
Damn it.
And then he will attack. I love it. I can actually use both of my attacks. So his first attack is going to be at Hooded Lantern. It's going to be his bite attack.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's Hooded Lantern's life.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
he's just dead, is he?
Yep, he literally chomps down on Hooded Lantern, lifts him up, and with a crunch swallows him. And that is the end of Hooded Lantern. So
he got what he wanted.
Yeah, he
2 for
did.
2 on insta-kills on Hooded Lantern, by the way. So that's fun. And then he,
Oh, boy.
the king is going to swing his tail at you, Xanthiel.
Okay. Bitch can
Good
try.
luck.
Yes.
And
You have to
then-
roll a 26.
That's fine. So he swings, and your armor and equine grace manage to deflect the tail as it smashes and flies over you. And then finally, the King of Feathers will... Where will he go? Let me just double check something. Awesome. He will... Misty Step a little bit back here.
The fuck?
Wow, that's too much blood. I'm gonna adjust that.
Xanthiel trips over and all the blood.
Just the blood just is too much. Let me tone down the blood level here for this large monster. Blood and guts. Let's change it from Draco Lich to, I don't know, Kobold. And go to advanced config, wipe the splats, submit, double check that it actually hit. Yeah, no, let's stick with Kobold, save changes, and apparently it was on, yeah, okay, so it is now Bag of Nails' turn.
Oh.
And I will play Bag of Nails. He gets 2 attacks with his short bow. On his first turn, he has advantage on attack rolls, which gives him... Oh no, he doesn't get that against a creature that doesn't... Okay, Assassinate doesn't work. Too bad.
Rip.
Yeah. Does he get sneak attack? Does he have advantage? Or is within 5 feet of an ally that isn't incapacitated, so he does get sneak attack. So that's cool. Okay, so he gets his longbow. He'll roll it twice. Once. Oh my god, I forgot how gnarly Bag of Nails was. Jesus. Oh, but I do get
It does hit like a truck.
He does have a save that he can make. So, let's see. His first save... Constitution? Oh, well. Hey, he passes. So he doesn't take the poison damage, but he does take the piercing damage, and he takes 46 sneak attack damage. You wanna roll? No? You don't wanna roll? Fair enough. So it does a total of 22 damage. And the second attack... Wow. He's good at that. Cool, and he'll take then the sneak attack damage. 26 damage. Jesus, Bag of Nails does have a good train. And you guys are starting to pile some damage into this big, nasty Tyrannosaurus. It is Xanthion's turn.
Alrighty. We are gonna try.
Oh. I did that wrong.
Rip.
He doesn't get 2 sneak attacks.
Oh shit, sorry, that's a fucking concentration spell, isn't it? Damn it. Sorry, I don't do that.
You don't do that.
Because I probably cannot afford to drop Shield of Faith right now. This guiding bolt.
That will hit for 6 damage.
I rolled three ones on that.
Now, I don't want to use Misty Step. Why are you asking me to use Misty Step? Oh, god damn it. And we're back playing this game.
Hey.
I have no idea what's going on with that, but you hit him.
Sweet. Yeah, I think that's... I already cast Shield of Faith as a readied action, I guess. So... yeah, I think that's my turn.
Cool.
I don't think I have any more turns.
Then it is Zendala's turn.
Sweet.
Fireball! Nice! Let's see here. Okay, so then that means I need to make the King of Feathers save.
Oh.
So he'll take 13 damage? No. 15 damage from the fire. Come on, input bag. Damage, and then I gotta do my insects. Okay, so I need 4 dex saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 of them are dead.
Nice.
So we'll get rid of those, and then this insect takes half damage, so 15 damage. I don't know why it said... Well, that was weird.
Apparently it only took 7.
Um, okay, there we go. Cool. Zendala has balled the fire.
Nice.
Burnt up most of those nasty hornets. That's what those clouds of insects are.
I'm just gonna back the fuck up.
Probably worth doing. Anything else?
That seems awfully close to a Tyrannosaurus Rex that could actually, like, come over here.
Anything else on your turn?
No, she doesn't have bonus actions, I don't think.
Cool. Artis, which is Murkana.
Yes.
Brave Sir Robin.
Oh, he ran away.
Like shit.
Yeah, those two will bounce off of his hide. As you, I think running up the steps and trying to turn around and shoot that bow is just too much for Artis to figure out. We can't get quite enough power behind the draw to pierce this creature's hide.
Ugh.
Guess Bagadels can laugh at him or something.
What was that?
Cat laughing.
Because he always talks like this. So that's how he laughs.
Love it.
This is the DM you get, folks. Anything else for Artis?
Oh, sorry. No, that's it. I forgot I don't have an in turn button.
Cool. It is the insect's turn. How far can they move? Can I... Man, I'm switching layers too much. They can move that far. Do they have a fly speed? No, they don't move far. Okay, so they can get... I guess they're gonna head this way and try to go attack something, but they can't get any further because there's just a tiny swarm of insects. Oh, but they can dash. Ha! They'll dash. And that is the insects. Gale, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, we should probably get out of here. So we're gonna run behind there. Get Eoldi Lightning Rod. And just put on the one charge this time.
Cool. Let's do the save. Is that Dex? Yeah.
Yep.
And this time, again, it hits and it zaps him, and he seems to shrug some of that off.
We're getting there.
Why?
And
Why?
And hit him with that.
Let's see, so that the 24 will certainly hit. It'll be 8 damage. And it knocks him up there. Kind of stumbles him back a foot from the force of that little...
Alrighty.
looks like
And that
it
is our round of Bush Wookiee action.
The force
Masika, in the meantime, is going to make like a tree and get the fuck out of there.
Fucking have a melee that thing.
We're just gonna dash over there.
How many hit points does Masika have?
Like 51, I think? 52.
Okay,
I mean, I only have 59, so
cool.
it's about
What's your AC, though?
26.
Yeah, versus 16.
Okay, anything else from Masika?
Nope, that's it.
Murakana, it is your turn.
Fantastic. Whoop! I did not mean to do that. Just a second.
Drawing circles.
Yeah, I don't know how I did that. I'm sorry.
You had measurement on.
Gosh, still slightly out of range.
You can move 40 feet.
That's right, and it's a big fucker. We're going full dumb. Can I cast Axe to ask him a question?
So the 19 will hit.
Ugh. And the second will not.
Yeah, the second one does not hit. But the first one definitely bites into this guy's, kind of bites into his meaty T-Rex leg. And you smack him. Cool. Hooded Lantern's dead, so let's maybe remove combat.
Poor Hood Lantern.
It is King of Feathers' turn then. Let's see. Well, you hit him last, so he's first gonna bite you, Murakana. Let's see how this goes. 16 for 37 damage. Which I guess
Let's
is half
see.
that, so 36 divided by 2 is 18. 19 damage for the bite attack.
Ugh. Alright.
And then Zampio, he is going to try and tail swipe you.
Rude.
Just gonna do great on that one.
Stumbles over his own tail.
And then he is going to provoke. Xanthiel, you get an attack of opportunity?
I sure am, but I can find where my mace is.
It's under inventory or actions.
Ah, yep. Clunk.
4 damage hits.
Hey.
So you kind of crop him on the rear as he starts lumbering away.
Slap him on the ass.
So let's see. Let me just figure this out. Okay, so he started here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Murakana, you get an attack of opportunity.
Woohoo!
Oh shit, it's another.
That'll hit for 6 damage.
Let's say that better fucking hit.
And then, with kind of a weird grunty roar, he misty steps right back here.
Excuse me?
Ah, shit.
Yep. And that is the King of Feathers' turn. Bag of Nails gets to go. Can he... What's his range? 120 feet. And his longbow has a range of 150, so Bag of Nails is going to fire. So his first hit, let's do the Constitution save. That'll pass, so he does 4 damage, sadly. And his second attack, oh, he gets sneak attack damage on that, because that's adjacent to an ally. So let's roll that sneak attack damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll. Bag of Feathers is low-key just like the sniper of this fight. And the second longbow. And the second Constitution save. Which the King of Feathers burns his last resistance to pass. And that is 4 more damage to King of Feathers. Making it Xanthiel's turn.
Hey. Okay. Yeah, that's about as far as we're gonna get. Because centaurs can run. What am I gonna do?
But
What am I
but
gonna do?
balance. That's what you get
Well-
for wearing all that armor. That's how
Sure.
that's how that works out.
Shit. You know, I am kind of flummoxed as to do here. Hmm. Oh shit! I can't touch it either, so I can't do much of anything really. I guess I'll just take the dodge action and.
Okay.
That's my. Oh, Xanthiel's turn.
Yep. Zendala.
She's gonna get the fuck out of there. And then we're gonna turn.
Well, I
was
did
a
get an
bonus action,
attack of
wasn't it?
opportunity. Or are you?
No, that was a Misty Step.
Oh, you posted it but didn't say it. Okay. Yes.
Oh.
Misty Step. Yeah, it's a bonus action. So you can only do one spell and one cantrip.
Oh, really? Rip.
Yeah, that's the limit there.
Okay. Well, she's gonna use her regular movement action then to get away from the T-Rex over there.
Yep.
Or Miz.
Make sure you didn't burn the fly slot.
Yeah, I'm just reimbursing that now. There we go. And wait, so you said one spell, one cantrip, right?
Yeah, so you can do one spell that costs. You can do two spells a turn, but one of them has to be a cantrip. Is I believe how it works. Firebolt for 8 damage. That will hit.
Yay!
I don't know why another die just rolled, but that's okay. You guys are slowly burning the feathers off of this T-Rex.
Aha! Take that.
Plumage is not as beautiful. Is that the turn?
Yes.
Cool. Mercana, it is.
Yeah,
Chris.
run.
Fantastic. That one's still alive, right?
Yeah, its swarm of insects flew off that way because it just kind of picked a direction to go. His best melee attack is probably Bookmark.
Ta-da!
And congratulations.
And that probably
He splats all the insects, and they are done.
fantastic.
So they don't get to go. There's a nice use of Fireball to just get rid of all of them.
Gonna say it's
And
just
that
the
one just
general
goes
concept.
off into the distance.
I think at this point, Baggins is just rolling on the ground, laughing at him.
I mean, pretty much. It's just like, what are you even doing?
You know, we can come to the conclusion it's not the user. All those times you couldn't hit Jack Squad, it's him.
Do you even hunt? Come on.
Yeah,
Anything? So that was movement, actions, anything else?
that's it, because that's all he's got.
Cool. Gale.
All right. Yeah, so where we are right now, we really do not want to be.
You're gonna want to disengage, bud. If you can move away from that, you're gonna get it.
Yeah. So we're just gonna disengage and then. Actually, let me. Hang on, it's right there. Let me check my spell list really quickly.
This is when I really missed 5 foot step. Because that would give you the way out of this, but that doesn't
Yeah.
exist here.
I'm just.
Just Pathfinder.
Yeah. You can use an action. Well, as long as you do.
You
a
get
5.
3 actions. So.
Well, in old Pathfinder, while Gale is looking at spells and stuff, in old Pathfinder you could always 5-foot step to not provoke a attacks of opportunity. Or in the new version, you can just spend one of your actions to do it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, disengage, move, and pop Expeditious Retreat, which will come into effect next turn, because I really should have been doing that instead of shooting, come to think of it. Or, wait, do I? Oh, shit, hang on. No, never mind, I didn't have that one prepared. I made a mistake. We're just going to get out of here.
No expeditious retreat today.
Run!
Run away!
But we are going to shoot it, since we do have the bonus.
Oh yeah, the bonus action, yeah. So the 14 hits for 3 damage. And I'll say it shunts him 5 feet-ish. I'll
Get
shunt
back up,
him that-
back up!
Yeah, you just kind of shunt him 5 feet that way. In case
Keep
that
it
5
out.
feet matters later.
Which it very well might.
Well, Masika's off in the frickin' bushes.
Yeah, she's having a good time over there.
You can have her do
Would you
anything.
get her a bow or something?
She's about as useful as Orvex this time.
Yeah, no, she's
No,
good
Orvex
where
had a
she
hand
is.
crossbow.
She can
That's
just
true.
watch.
Sorry, I forgot to drag Orvex in here, but you know,
You just
maybe
run.
that's for the better. Okay, well, I'm just gonna skip Masika then.
But we could use Orvex's words of encouragement.
You hear from the bushes, try to do better than the Tabaxi man did. That does not seem like a wise approach to fighting. Yes, keep the running away going. That seems much better.
Yeah, that's on point.
Go team, whatever we are. Yay. Go get them, barbarian man. And with that, it is Murakana's turn.
God damn it.
Alrighty.
Run! Not because the bus can teleport, so who knows what he's going to do.
Well, I guess the best I can do is be a shield for Gale.
Okay. Are you going to attack in some way?
Yeah, I will.
Huck a javelin at it. Hey!
A nice javelin hawk.
And add 2 to
Two
both
of
of those.
Okay, so 11 plus
9.
9 is
9.
20, so that's 20 damage. I mean,
It's decent.
why is it doing this?
I don't think he took 57 damage. Oof.
Took 142.
You hit a carotid artery and it just fucking dies.
No clue. Because none of those numbers are the numbers I typed either. I think that this, like, text system is just not handling the most recent update. Oh, is it King's turn?
It's King's turn.
Cool.
I like how Masika noped out up there.
I'm just gonna do what against that thing?
I guess King will come up. He's gonna bite you, Murakana, for throwing that at him.
Come on!
So that's
Whoa.
25 for 21. No, 20 damage. And then he will tail swipe Xanthiel.
Alright.
Wow, he's rolled all ones to try and hit you. It's really too bad. This is like one of the monsters that should actually be able to hit you, but you know.
Yeah, one of the very few that actually could with a decent roll.
So then I think what will he do? Let's see, it doesn't go that way. So he moved 5 feet, 10, 15, 25, 30. he gets over here. So I guess...
Aha, we both get attacks of opportunity on it.
Yeah, does that work when you enter and exit somebody's range?
Oh, soup so.
Yeah, fair enough. Go for it.
Clonk.
Yeah, you hit him. Murakami, you want to axe him?
Oh, I'm going to ask him a lot of questions.
Well, you get to axe him one question.
Well, I'm going to ask him more later.
Cool. So you do get some hits on him. And then he's starting to look pretty beat up. Let's see here. Where does he want to be? Oh, he's going to start going this way. And it is Bag of Nails' turn. How does this always happen? Well, let's see what happens. Anytime I play an NPC, he's going to shoot his longbow again. He doesn't get sneak attack, though, because he doesn't have advantage or an ally. So his first shot will hit, and then we'll do the Constitution save.
I was going to say, you could run over to Masika and he'd have an ally.
At this rate, right? So that's 6 piercing damage. And then one more longbow attack.
Ooh, Jesus.
And it doesn't matter. I guess let's do the save. Although the poison damage wouldn't crit, so...
Yeah. Because that's fucking insane.
No, so that doesn't... The poison damage...
20s all around.
But he does do 16 damage, which puts the King of Feathers down.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's what I meant. Every single time we have a fight and I'm controlling an NPC, I get the killing blow. I hate it. I absolutely hate that, but whatever.
Wait, why is he dead? Bag of Nails.
Why is who dead? Oh, because I
Bag.
clicked the wrong...
It's like,
There
wait,
you go.
you didn't take any damage.
Nope, he didn't. And Bag of Nails just kind of says, "Human hunter, that's how you're supposed to shoot the bad guys."
What a dick.
Artist just gets to feel miserable.
Yeah, artist is just like, "Oh, I'm still alive, I guess. Whatever."
He took the 3d6 to feels.
Yeah. And there you go. That was the King of Feathers, who is now the dead King of Feathers.
I think I had something for this.
Oh, there was no next? Okay, fine. Be that way.
I could do funeral rite for the Hooded Lantern.
In the T-Rex's stomach? Because that's where Hooded Lantern is right
Oh,
now.
alright. Rip. Oh, well,
I'm sure he's fine. He can hold his breath, right? He's fine.
Start cutting him open with a mace. Okay, very, very slowly.
You're just hacking
Right.
away at the stomach of this T-Rex. That's fun. As you start hacking away at the stomach, roll a d6 for me.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Okay, after you hack at the stomach a few times, and kind of finally puncture through the hide, a burst of hornets fly out from the inside of the stomach and kind of swarm around you and then off into the jungle.
Rude.
Very much startling you, but not actually hurting you at all.
Curious. Well, shit, okay. I dig out, what I can find of Hood Lantern's corpse.
So, I mean, oddly enough, Hooded Lantern's corpse is mostly intact,
Must be
except
intact,
for
yeah.
the fact that he got kind of rent
Eaten.
once or twice on the way down, so he is certainly dead. Like he is.
Yeah,
He.
very dead.
If the initial attack didn't kill him, the blood loss during the fight would have certainly caused Hooded Lantern to expire. So he is well and truly dead.
Well, I'll take out his remains. That looks kind of like an. No, you know what? We'll bury him here. Okay.
You start digging a hole.
Yeah, well, she's got that funeral rite thing, so
Oh, ceremony.
I don't.
Funeral
that
rite.
doesn't-
You touch one corpse and for the next can't become undead by any means. Oh, that's actually potentially really cool.
Well, I figured the current climate, it seems the more prudent thing to do.
Yeah. Cool. So you're busy doing that.
Wasn't give him a warrior send off, even though he didn't do very well.
What are you up to, Murakami?
What's through the door?
The first thing you notice as you approach this door is so this used to be essentially like backstage for this amphitheater. That said, right now it has become it was the den of the King of Feathers, so it is the smell here is kind of beyond description. Like, imagine a couple of corpses thrown in a dumpster on a hot day and let to sit there for a week, and that's kind of
So
what
college.
yeah, so it smells fantastic. And you can, as best you can tell, that is where King of Feathers made his lair.
Is there anything inside of it other than that? Just random trash?
Do you go in and search it?
Sure, why not?
Sure. So you find a couple of things. You find there's an Electrum Platinum. So this is kind of like mixed in amongst the remnants of creatures in there. There is a Electrum Platter inscribed with images of Chultan feasting rituals. That's worth 25 gold. There's an Amuan death mask made of painted gold, worth 250 gold. And there is a Helm of Telepathy on the corpse of one of the creatures.
Oh dear, that's.
That's not going to get abused at all.
Let me go find a
Murakami, what helmet is that?
It's my helmet now.
Helm of Telepathy.
Add those to your inventory. I marked them down anyway, but the Electrum Platter and Omnium Death Mask.
Yeah, I'll toss the pardon me. Let me find
Murakami walks out of the room. I found stuff!
Nathiel just kind of flicks an annoyed glance at you and then resumes the ritual.
So you have a Helm of Telepathy. What that does is, while wearing this helm, you can use an action to cast Detect Thoughts from the helm. As long as you maintain concentration on the spell, you can use a bonus action to send a telepathic message to the creature you are focused on. It can reply using a bonus action to do so while your focus continues. While focusing on a creature with Detect Thoughts, you can use an action to cast the Suggestion spell from the helm on the creature, and that's once per day. Keep in mind, you can't do any of that while raging.
Yeah, no.
So if you are not raging, you can do these things, but if you're raging, you cannot do those things.
I'm just gonna give it to Blue Boy.
All right. We'll hang on to that.
Should I put that on Sib's or Gale's inventory?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. You have duplicated spells. That's weird.
Yeah. A lot of shit got duplicated. I noticed. I don't know when that happened.
Yeah, it's probably an error while we did an update. But you have a Helmet Telepathy in there somewhere now.
Sweet.
Probably added on DDB.
Yeah, I'm doing that now.
Okay, cool. Because then if we do another update, although I guess it won't matter, we're not going to do another level update in 5th edition, so... oh, we'll have to have fun converting some items, won't we? What's in there?
Yeah.
Well, I would do it on DDB, but DDB decided to shit the bed today, so...
Let me go look real quick. You mean fandom made a service that doesn't work perfectly? This is...
We rolled the 1 on our authentication check. Oh no!
Well, I think
Bitch.
Gale is still not a claimed character, which is fun.
Yeah, who knows?
Let's go to inventory, equipment, manage equipment, filter for helm of, add telepathy. There we go. Okay. Is it in there somewhere? Inventory. Yes, it's in there. Awesome. And then let me look at Muracana as long as I'm here. And we have a little more time than we usually do. Why? Good lord. Oh, so they added a ribbon that says what... Really? Oh, that's why. That's not useful. Muracana. Stop telling me. Inventory. Yeah, you don't have your... Oh, that's the problem. You don't have a heavy crossbow in here.
Oh,
That is
I'm
the
just
problem.
retarded then.
So I'm just adding that now. Crossbow heavy. Oh.
Thank you, Senor.
Crossbow. Crossbow heavy. Ah. There. So I guess if it ever matters that we import from DVD, it is now in there. So that's fun. Okay, so let's see. So you guys are having fun with that. Gale, I'm assuming you just ritual cast the Identify on it while Xanthiel is doing her thing.
I don't think I have Identify as a ritual cast anymore.
I do.
Yeah.
I wonder if I
Oh, wait, no, I've got... Yeah, I've got it. Never mind. We're good.
What if I just go in and delete half of these spells real quick so I don't go crazy? Wow, that's just... That's amazing. I'm not going to try and do that right now because you have a lot of spells.
What's up?
Okay. Bag of Nails just kind of saunters down and watches while you're doing the ritual.
How's he, out of curiosity, like, what's he like? What's his reaction to it? Does he care about this particular bloke, or?
He doesn't seem to have much reaction at all. He's pretty much stone-faced, like he almost always is. You get the impression that maybe all of the tabaxi that make their way to Omu are kind of weird in some way or another. At least based on their... You've met one that wanted to die in glorious combat, and Bag of Nails is kind of murder hoboing his way through while trying to find something.
I didn't even get to hit that guy with the pun that I had for him.
Well, do you want to let it go just so you have a chance to say it?
Yeah, it's just that his left eye was full of tabaxiracts.
Oh boy. Masika comes down kind of sheepishly and is like, Sorry, it seemed better to not get underneath that guy's jaws.
We all have our specializations.
Yeah, no, I kind of feel like that was an us fight.
Ah. And then, so Xanthiel, and all of
Yep.
you actually, while you're finishing up the ritual, you see the King of Feathers stirs and jerks, and then, stomach open, bleeding, it lurches up to its feet, and just kind of slowly looks around and starts lumbering off
The fuck?
in this
Oh, it got-
direction.
Nope. Javelin. Javelin.
You're gonna attack it?
The javelin sails into and lands in the kind of back thigh of this creature, and it just completely no-sells it and keeps walking.
Yikes. That's not good.
Did we just see a zombie
T-Rex.
dinosaur?
Well, we're not even going to bother shooting that thing.
And it just kind of walks off down the pathway, trailing blood and various viscera from its open belly, stumbling off into Omu.
I stick my head around Xanthiel and yell at Gale. Gale, they got those fucking pillars here.
For what it's worth, you have not noticed any pillars in Omu.
I don't need to notice them. I just saw what they do.
Oh god, not again.
What?
And
Oh, that's right. You weren't there for that.
Artis is just kind of... He blinks a few times as this happens.
You're kind of heal yourself with money.
Oh, is that for everyone, I guess?
Everyone I can see, yeah.
I think only Murakana actually... Well,
Yeah.
Hooded Lantern took some damage, but
Oh, I know.
Murakana's still alive.
See, that's the problem. Is Hooded Lantern is not a veteran chew toy. He doesn't know how to get chewed on and live.
For what it's
Santil's
worth,
done
I
a pretty bad job getting hit through, so.
think Hooded Lantern...
She's only been hit this entire campaign.
Yeah, Hooded Lantern had a CR of 1, so he's not exactly a high-powered NPC there. Definitely no bag of nails. But so Artis blinking just kind of says, I've seen a lot of weird stuff in Schultz, and I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. As the T-Rex just kind of fades away.
Murakana looks at him. I've seen it several times, and it's no easier to accept the 50th time you've seen it.
I mean, he was with you at the Pillars.
Ah, that's right.
He's
Yeah,
just...
Xanthiel actually does it. He's like, the fuck?
And so...
Because that was Sarah.
Yeah, it was Sereth. It wasn't Xanthiel. You also hear kind of a high-pitched, choking scream from the path that the T-Rex is on, and kind of a few moments later, bursting out of the foliage over here, you see Orvix clambering down the steps and goes, I had thought that you had slain that beast. I was quite startled when it showed
we
up.
did. He was dead. Now he's deadened.
Oh, I am surprised by your wordplay, Sir Barbarian. Well done. Well done. Well, pardon me.
At least he got his exercise.
Yeah, he's just collecting his breath because he had to scramble out of the way of that thing. And Cielu is just kind of still chilling in the bushes.
Bag of nails. Got a question for you. Have you ever seen any weird floaty pillars that just make you have heebie-jeebies?
Well,
I have not seen a heebie-jeebie inducing pillar.
Well, Gail, does that make you feel any less comfortable?
Not really. No.
Oh, well, I'm way less comfortable now, because if that wasn't a pillar that did that, there's only a couple other things that could.
Not sure I want to ask what your thoughts on that would be, but you know.
Well, I mean, to animate something that large, we're not talking your run-of-the-mill necromancer.
Artist says
God.
this. I mean, I assume that Roz and C could do that, but I've never actually seen it happen.
No. Let him go on.
I don't even remember who Razin C is. I was drinking through that.
He's the big dude with the zombies and shit,
Oh yeah.
and the blue triangles.
Ah yeah, that dick. The guy that needs to be stabbed. Got it. So, I'm more disturbed by the fact that he's not here when it happened.
I'm not sure that he needs proximity to make it happen.
Which is way worse. I should have cut that thing's head off when I had the chance. I stopped cutting heads off weeks ago. I need to go back to doing it.
The artist kind of didn't work on the giant.
Yeah, but you couldn't see to attack people, so I'm okay with that.
Fair enough.
cool. I use the remaining stone and stuff in the big lumps of stone that I see around here, and build a stone sarcophagus out of it. Fabricate.
Also,
Cool.
I'm just going to point out, because I'm still hung up on this, if I cut the T-Rex's head off, it can't bite me anymore, even if it's a zombie.
Artist gestures. Well, you're happy to go
Okay.
try at this point.
Nah, I think I'm good. I've been chewed on enough for one day.
Says, yeah, probably. Maybe we let this one go. At least I will.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Americana flexes and you hear his back pop. Oh, yep. Yeah, it's back in place.
Thank you. Well, how about we rest up, because I think we probably need to start jumping somewhere. That
Yeah.
isn't T-Rex den.
I mean, we've got a lovely T-Rex den right here, if you can ignore the smell.
I'm gonna say you probably can't long rest in
No.
there.
Yeah, it would
Just it,
smell would be
It just reeks.
yeah, like the stench is so overpowering that
What about this one over here?
huh? Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, sure. That goes back into another room in the cliff.
Ooh.
This is what happens when you don't realize that there's a doorway on them.
too on the other side too. There you go.
These are two more just kind of largish, like inside they're like 20 foot by 20 footish rooms, or so. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to try and camp out in one of those, no problem.
Gail, you cool with long resting here?
Of course you may.
Does anything interrupt us when we do this?
So are you trying to long rest for like the minimum amount of time, or just until the next day breaks?
I would say until we can, just minimum amount to achieve long rest.
Where's my long rest table? I just have to see how long that actually takes.
Yeah, I was
Oh my god, you know what? I'm just gonna look up the path. I know this table exists. There it is. I love it. This is just in the rulebook. So we have 6. Okay, so it takes like 9.5 hours. So it would be like 10, 11 p.m. if you guys want to push on. So you'd be pushing on in the middle of the night.
Yeah. No, we can see in the dark for the most part, and we'll have torches.
Cool. Okay, yeah, I think only Artisan, Masika, and Murakana. Well, most of you can't see
Gale.
in dark, but
I'll pop dark vision on Gale.
But you guys have methods to do so. Cool. So I think I'll take us back to the overmap then, unless you guys want to do anything else here.
No, I've laid the guy to rest and all that. Built a nice little tomb for him.
Cool. So you do so. There is now a fabricated sarcophagus. I said that wrong both times, so there you go. Yeah, so I think I'll also do like a quick break if that's cool with everybody. I'm just going to go check in
Works for me.
upstairs and be back in a few.
The house hasn't burned down.
Cool. I'll be back in a few minutes. Boom, there we go. Back. So it is approximately midnight, and you guys emerge into the amphitheater from your little hidey hole. Oh, did I not make Omu the map for everybody?
That's a no.
Lovely. Let's
It was, wasn't it?
let's activate that map. Oh look, my map is of course not showing the lines in the right place, so
Of course.
and now the escape button isn't working. What is happening? Give me 1 second. And with that, I have fixed it.
Hey,
At least for me. Also, barley wine is delicious.
take your word for it, as I still don't drink.
Oh, I wasn't. I'm just commenting as I consume my beverage. And my cat licks himself in the most undignified way possible.
I mean, the cats.
I'm just amazed at how undignified they can do it. Anyway, yeah, we're in Omu, and it is dark.
Well, I guess we're still at 13, right?
Yeah.
The trails seem to be missing a good chunk of where we've been.
Oh, let me add in that little bit of. There.
Wait,
I
have we been to 10?
What was that?
I don't think we've been to 10.
You, assuming that our super exact cartography is accurate, no, you have not.
Because on the line that I see that you recently just added is showing us that we went from 1 go to 10.
Yeah. You guys kind of looped from the south.
Yeah, we went like that way.
Yeah,
we
you
didn't
went
go
to
up,
the Palace District, and then out.
go through here.
Yeah, you've kind of skipped the whole middle area. Or
Well, that's what I mean. Like, your line thing might be for the other group, not for this one.
No, this is your guys. I run you in 2 different worlds now, so that's why I didn't have Hooded Lantern set up, because I had prepped him in the other world, but forgot to prep him in this world. It takes so long to change the name of a token.
I meant more that I could have sworn we went through the palace and then, like cut through the water area, did 16, 15, 12, and now 13, and then we're going to go down to 10.
Yeah.
But on this current one that I'm looking at right now, it's showing as if we went to 10 very early. No, we'll just reload it.
Yeah, you might want to reload it. I think you might have that. The lines might be in the wrong place. Because you guys went counterclockwise, and the other group basically went clockwise.
The other way. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they had a whole bunch of stuff drawn in that area up the highway. Or you can just look at my stream and it'll show you the path that you took. If
Yeah.
it's being obstinate.
When isn't it? That could just be Australian internet.
I don't know. I think this world is getting very heavyweight for Foundry.
Yeah.
There's a lot, and I have added a lot to this campaign. So I think it might be getting a bit creepy. Oh, that's why I can't see it, because it's hidden by other stuff. Cool. Yeah, I think the two... Well, there's 3 places, really, that you guys have... So you know that 14 is the entrance of the tomb. 10 is another shrine. And over at 20, at the palace, you guys found a entrance ramp under the palace, but pretty much decided that going there seemed like a bad idea when you were there.
Got a deep sense of foreboding. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I guess we head down to 10. And we're all rested up and stuff.
Cool. Do you guys just beeline down to 10?
You could probably
Sure,
follow
why
the
not?
road, I imagine.
Might as well.
Okay. Oh, let me close King of Feathers. That would be helpful. Cool. So, doop, doop, doop. So you pass along the highway at night, and with it being nighttime, there are lots of sounds, but they are different sounds than during the day. Just, different varieties of animals. This is probably also the most comfortable temperature-wise trip that you guys have taken. Then you guys walk down and find something that looks vaguely shrine-like compared to the other ones you've seen. I will open up the shrines. Trying to figure out where that one is. Cool. Okay, so I'm just finding... Do you guys have tokens on the map? Yes. Let's get rid of some tokens. We don't need all those. Okay, are there any other tokens on the map? Come on. Ugh. Yeah, this thing is definitely starting to fall apart under the weight. It'll be nice when we switch to the fresh map. Okay, cool. Oh, no, there's still a gale. Let's get rid of the gale. Okay, I think I've deleted all your tokens, but... There we go. Let me pull... So when I drop your tokens on the map, you're going to be right kind of in the dead center of the map.
Which one am I looking at?
Once you can see it, it'll be just like the middle of the 9, like the dead center of the map.
Okay.
I'm getting your tokens out right now. Okay, there's the party. Let's find some NPCs. Impala, Sika, and Orvex. I guess Bag of Nails is here too, isn't he? Okay. So you should all be roughly in the middle of the map. And I will read a description in just a second. As I delete walls that don't matter. Okay. There we go. Because I don't really care about those walls. So as you guys approach this room, you see the now familiar pair of obelisks flanking the entrance pathway. Inside the walls, you see saw-edged ferns growing between broken flagstones, and a pair of heavy stone doors provide entrance to a large flat-roofed room. The doors, for those of you that can see that far at night, have reliefs carved in them showing a horned rabbit charging a small, feral-looking bear with sharp claws, and there is a message in Old Omuan engraved above the door.
My token wasn't selected, so I had to create one.
Oh, weird. Can you see now?
Yep, I can see it.
Cool. Gale, you good?
Yep.
Marcana?
I'm good.
Cool. Then you stand before this shrine.
Alrighty. See anything unusual besides, what you described?
No, nothing. I mean, no, there's nothing that trips your senses here. As you open the door... Sorry, I'm trying to find a thing. Well, that's not what I want. That's not.
Why not?
It's not a handout, damn it. Don't understand. Okay, cool. So as you open that doorway, there is a 10-foot wide hallway proceeding off into the darkness. There is on the floor there are carved tiles depicting various beasts on the hallway floor. I'm gonna share an image. This is, of course, tilted 90 degrees, so and it has a this way north thing, so kind of the right side of this is closest to the doorway, and these are the tiles in that hallway beyond the door. You, Xanthiel, can perceive that there are small holes in the hallway, all along this hallway. There's holes in the wall all along the hallway.
So I'm writing it down. Cool. So that's the trap. Well, what is it?
For what it's worth, the scale of the squares on the actual map don't match the handout.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
So, the orientation of squares in the handout, or the order of the squares, that's what matters, not the wildly inaccurate depiction that is actually in the module map.
Well, what would happen if I were to just walk from this end of from one end of the hallway to the other? I ask as I cast augury.
Yes. You get a strong feeling that there's a good... Not good things would happen if you just walked straight through this hallway.
Well then,
Although I'm tempted to say for you, you get nothing, because I don't know if any of the traps could actually hit you, but that's a whole nother discussion.
yeah,
I don't know if the
it's
spirits are
possible.
that smart to know your AC versus the attack bonus of a trap.
You never know if they have a greater than 10 AC, then they could. 10 to hit, I should say. There's Maricana.
I'm always here.
No, we're not going to do that. That'd be mean. How big were the holes? Like really small, right?
Yeah, the holes in the walls are very small. They look like maybe gas or darts or something might come out of them.
Okay. Just having a look around, see what kind of debris we got. We got plenty of wood, a little bit of stone. I was thinking about using fabricate to create another wall to block off those darts, or presuming to be darts. Actually, you know what? I'll see if my character would know anything about, like, the significance of those animal configurations. What would I roll for that?
So I think what I'll do is I'll have
There's
Orvex.
passive investigation, but
Yeah, I think I'll have Orvex come up and look at the inscription. And he kind of looks at the patterns on the floor and looks at the inscription up above and says, this warning says, I Jin teaches us to take the path least expected. And I believe one of the teachings of Aijin was to always live an unpredictable life and change your course. So I wonder if stepping on the tiles here we're supposed to step on different ones.
but then wouldn't me walking from one end to the other be all different tiles? Doesn't make no sense. Because if I just walk from here to the other side, only touching, say, all the tiles on the right-hand side, that'd be all different tiles.
You can try it.
Yeah, but I asked augury and it said that would be bad. So I guess all Vex is wrong. Hmm. Well,
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in this because I just make a mess.
fuck it. Shield of Faith, we going in, boys.
Good luck. Have fun storming the castle.
Oh, where'd you go? Okay,
Charge
so
straight across the hallway.
so which row did you walk across?
The right one.
The far right?
Yep.
Okay, so As you step on the zebra tile, you feel a kind of a click. And then as you step on the weird pointy bunny head above it, you actually gain 2d10 temporary hit points.
Sorry, say again. So the bunny did what?
The bunny thing gave you 2d10 temporary hit points.
And what did the zebra one do?
It just made a click. So did the bunny one. They just kind of, like, as you step on each tile, they kind of click a little bit.
Okay.
As you step on that jaguar cat-looking one, that one just clicks. As you step on the monkey, that one kind of just clicks as well. When you step on the jaguar one above the monkey, 4 darts shoot out at you. So let me roll 4 attacks for the darts. So there's the first one. I'm just going to roll all 4 real quick.
Yep.
So I don't think any of those hit you.
No, none of those were 26.
So they all kind of, most of them just kind of clink off of your armor. And then as you step on the dragonfly, there's a click. As you step on, I think that's like a warthog. Or something.
Dragonfly warthog?
Well, there's a dragonfly, and then there's a warthog, and then there's like a giraffe-looking thing. So nothing happens. Nothing
they
happens.
Just click or not?
Yeah, they all just click, and you end up on the other side of the hallway.
Sorry, I'm like typing the status system.
Shit. I accidentally just closed that thing. I don't know how to open it back up.
You're a monster.
There we go.
Oh, I closed it for me on my camera. Now let me put.
Yeah, it does look like a giraffe.
I'll just make that smaller and scoot it out of the way.
Or a giraffe, as they call it.
So you're on the far end. Xanthiel, you see the hallway kind of dead ends and branches off to the left and the right.
Interesting.
And the cobweb there is just a cobweb.
I'll call out to the others. There's some darts, but other than that, it seemed fairly harmless. As far as she knows, I think that's pretty accurate. How far is it? It's only 30 feet away.
Oh yeah, they can totally hear you. It's like, well, it's 20 feet. So like each of those tiles is, the way I ruled this last time is each of those tiles is 2.5 feet on the side. So it's 10 feet wide by 20 feet. Well, 5, 10, 15, yeah, 20 feet. So there's, yeah. This is one of those cases where that thing on the actual map looking so different is kind of frustrating.
I mean, I'd argue that Xanthiel technically should almost be a large creature at this point, but... I mean, if she's 9 foot tall, then how long is she? Because she's a frickin' horse.
She's apparently 3 feet long because she still counts as medium, so she's really more of like a weird-looking llama.
Love it.
I'm just rolling with the medium size thing.
Yeah, no, it's just weird. Anyway.
The way I read this trap, you have to step on tiles to get across, unless you specifically say you're doing something otherwise. Like,
so my Pathfinder character would be fine because she can just permanently hover.
Or Kellic just flew through this, for example. Kellic was like,
Yeah.
"Well, I don't give a shit about tiles."
Gale should be fine because Americana's probably going to throw Gale across the street.
You see, you say Gale should be fine. Maracana's gonna throw Gale. Pick one.
I'll catch you.
I'd like to point out in Pathfinder, barbarians can take a feat to let them throw their allies.
They can, yes.
Oh, nice.
That's literally a thing you can do.
Cost me.
Gale. You're my bullet boy.
Oh boy.
So are you really just going to toss Gale 20 feet?
I mean, Gale can levitate, right? But that's
But
more
then
like you hover
It's
and
once a day.
Then you have to push him too. You have to like poke Gale.
Yeah, but Gale also weighs like what, 5 pounds? That should be easy.
Wow, your Oracle really is Gale, isn't it? Just slowly levitates higher
Pretty
and
much.
higher. Although I think the
Yeah,
final,
you read the curse, yeah.
the final
That's
thing, it doesn't kick in until level 15 though, right? Where you're actually floating off the ground.
No, it's the equivalent of it. That's once she's got the major curse effect, then she gains that as a feat,
Ah, we can
so
look
she
at
can
that later.
automatically do
Yeah.
it.
We can look at that later, but yeah, that's.
Yep,
I feel like that curse is not actually that much of a curse, but
it's
that's
not a curse.
anyway.
Not for a Blaster Oracle.
I mean, okay, I'll have that discussion when we do character builds.
Sorry.
I'll save it for because we're probably gonna have a session where we just do character builds. To be blunt, like
Yeah, there's a bit to talk over.
or part of it, yeah. Okay, so does anybody else want to try and go through here, or what do we want to do?
Actually, just out of for pure science, just looking back at my notes. So the Jaguar one-shot darts, right?
Yeah, when you stepped on the fifth from the bottom.
Yep.
I
So
can't
what
really
happens if
mark
I?
it in a way that makes sense to share with people, but yeah.
Yeah. So if I say go back to step on that, does it shoot out another set of darts, or?
Like if you step back on the giraffe.
Yeah, like go back on the path that I was.
So yeah, as
Like
soon
what
as
stuff?
you. So are you gonna do that just to test
Like
it?
carefully, I'll step on one, like the closest tile that I was on the right hand side.
So when you
Which I
step on
think
the
was
giraffe again, four
Yep.
more darts shoot at you, and
miss.
they all
Cool.
clink off your armor.
Oh, okay.
Lucky for you, this trap has an attack built in, so rip trap.
Unless it rolls a 20, it can't hit me. Cool. No, that actually comes with a fun caveat of I could possibly like hold or carry someone and like shield them from the arrow trap.
I don't think I'm gonna rule that you can carry everybody and shield them.
Yeah. Like they crouch behind the horse. Oh well. Well, I guess Orvex probably isn't game to run across that.
I think that Miss Cleric, you are much more suited to this task than I am. You are hearty and hale and well armored, and I have a robe.
It is a very nice robe, so it'd be a shame to get it damaged.
I thank you for your compliments.
Trying to think what else I could do to like help with that. How do I bring back that image again?
Let me just keep hitting the button.
Ah, thank you.
I don't know if there's a permanent way to give you a handout.
Yeah, I was looking in the customs handout. Don't think it's in there.
Oh, I put it there though.
Oh, you did? Oh,
I
sick.
could. Well, let me shoot. Where's handouts?
I'm just like trying to plot out a path for the others, but
iGen's puzzle floor handout. Configure permissions. All players. Observer. Okay, hopefully it'll show up in the handouts now.
so it was the bunny one is good, so we want to step on that. Is that really a bunny though? Well, kind of. It's a bunny with a horn on it.
It's,
All the paths have a bunny rabbit on it. If Gale was going to walk across this, I'd suggest maybe the leftmost path because then you'd start out with the temporary hit points.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Although you could also just levitate and then Marikana pushes you gently.
Yeah, but then I would have to get back across at some point. Probably.
Yeah, that's true,
You
but
say
presumably you
gently.
might.
You know what? I've got shield as first level, which ups my AC by 5. Yeah, we'll take the bonus health path and just.
Because like technically the other parts have it too. It's just this one's right at the start.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, let's do it.
So you have a +5 bonus for 1 round.
It's like 4 seconds, isn't it?
It's 6 seconds.
Ooh. How far can you move in 6 seconds?
Fast-ish.
About 30 feet, I think.
Yeah,
well, if I
actually,
dash,
yeah, if you just
60.
dashed, and so if you just want to say I'm gonna pick a route and take it, then shield would last, the whole time.
Yeah, I wanna hit the temp HP one and then just try and skip over as many as humanly possible.
Okay, let me look at your character sheet. Well, that's handy. Okay, give me an athletics roll. Wow, okay. I'll say that what you do, and I'll kind of narrate this as things happen. So you cast shield, you step on the bunny, you get, what did I say? 2d10 temporary hit points.
That's it. I didn't even roll that.
And then you... I need a damn marker, is what I need, and I need my whiteboard. So. DM pro tip, having a whiteboard next to you is fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. So Xanthiel, straight up this path, and then back here. Gale lands on the bunny, or steps on the bunny, gets the temporary hit points, jumps, I'm gonna say to the monkey. So that monkey face that's like 4 spaces up.
Yeah, I think see it.
So you land on that one, and then you jump clear of the end. And as you jump on the monkey, it clicks, and then you land. You kind of do like this pretty nimble, like running double jump. And so you hit the Almirage and hit the monkey, and then land on the other side.
Alright, well that works.
Because that seems like a cool outcome for a good athletics roll there.
Yeah.
I was expecting that to go way worse.
Okay, Barb Boy, do you want to go in here, or what do you want to do?
I mean, does it do me any good to go in here?
You don't have augury, so I can't answer that question.
And then she'll just mutter out loud, I guess the barbarian was a bit scared of the trap.
So which path did you follow, Murakana?
Oh, I just walked across the water. I'm retarded.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was a path.
Do you still have the handout open?
No, I closed it on accident.
Okay, let me pow.
Oh, pow! Alright, what have we decided to save?
None of them. But Gale pseudo-cheated by jumping over a couple of the tiles. I kind of just walked on through and trusted my AC.
Alright, well, alrighty. I have a
Both
solution.
sides have 10 health. The one on the middle, closer to the right, would be the one where you get the temp health earlier.
So the bunny
Alright,
with the
well,
horn, when they stepped on it, gave them temporary hit points.
Oh, wait, sorry, yeah. Middle to the left, actually, because then you get 2 sets of temporary hit points. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, middle to the left path, I recommend for you.
Works for me. I'm going to go middle of the left path, but before I do, I'm going to punch myself in the chest as hard as possible. and rage and just be a big dumb idiot and walk across the middle.
Okay, so is that the second row that you're telling him to walk up?
Second from the left.
Sorry, I'm
Do you
just.
mean when you had
Which one is he starting on? The bunny, the warthog, the
one that has two bunny rabbits on it?
Okay, cool. Okay, so you punch yourself to rage. So that's fun. So the rage will get you through this thing. Okay, so you step on the warthog and it clicks. You step on the zebra. So from an XY perspective, Murakana, this is like 8-2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's the warthog, then the zebra, then the eagle. When you step on the Almirage, you get 2d10 hit points. When you step on the eagle, darts shoot at you. So let me roll 4 attack rolls. Let's see here. Do any of those hit you? One stick. So what do we got? 2, 7, 22, and 16. I think the 16 and the 22 hit you.
Yeah.
So then
You'd also get the 10 hit points too before that happens.
he got the temporary hit points. Yeah, right before that happened.
So you might roll 2d10.
Yeah, and then let's see here. So a creature hit by a dart takes 1d4 piercing damage. So I'm going to roll that twice. So 2d4 is... So you take 2 piercing damage because you're raging. And then I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Fantastic.
That is a failure for the first one and a pass for the second one. So for the first one, you take 8 poison damage. No,
Is it 4?
4 poison damage. And then for the second one, you take... God, this is going to be some fun math. 5 divided by 2 becomes... It's round down,
2.
right?
Yeah, it's always round down.
And then it's divided again. So you take 1 poison damage the second time.
I put in 999 the first time I
So
put it in.
you took a total of 5 damage.
From all of that, God, I love being a barbarian.
And you didn't add your temporary hit points either. Roll a 2d10. I think it was. I don't
Yeah,
know what it was
2d10.
Cool, that's your 10 hit points.
So I take none.
So you're at...
Again,
Now you're at, what, 9 temporary hit points?
there is a
and
setting
then-
on your character sheet for that.
When you step on the jaguar, nothing happens. When you step on the giraffe, nothing happens. And when you step on the second bunny, you get shot again.
Oh,
So,
right. It has to be a different path.
so let me roll 4 more of these for no apparent reason. Well, shit. Dice gods are with me tonight. Those all hit you. So, let's just do this the simple way. We'll do the 44. So you take, 3 damage. I mean, technically you take 2 damage. So you take 2 damage because fuck my life. For the poison damage, I need... Oh, this is obnoxious. Do you want to do 1 Constitution save to see if the poison affects, or do you want to roll these all individually?
Oh, God. Yeah, just do 1 Constitution save.
Okay, do 1 con save, and I'll just roll the total damage.
Ugh.
So you fail, and I need, 8d6? Yeah, 8d6. So you take 15 poison damage from that.
So I took a whopping of one health point loss. Got it.
There you go. And you are safely here. So let me. Let's see. This is the Gale path, and this is the Murak. I'm just marking.
Americana just kind of leans over and goes, I'm made of steel.
And your rage ends. And let me close this out. And why can't I stop being on Masika? Okay, cool. So you guys are in this hallway. It goes in two directions. Gale, do you have dark vision, or did you cast dark vision?
Should have cast it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys are now on two hallways. Or it looks like you're going down the two branches of the hallway right here.
Okay. Well, the torch should still be. Yeah, it is.
Your torch never burns out.
Well, yeah, the glowing mace.
The glowing mace.
I'm not seeing anything while just traversing down this hallway.
Oh yeah. Let me just double check real quick. Okay, gotcha. Because you're the crazy passive perception person, right? Yeah.
That's not crazy. It's 22.
In the context of D&D, that beats almost any perception check in the game.
Nice.
You have not seen anything.
Let's see. Dead end.
When you get there at that dead end, you notice on the floor there's a pressure plate, and in the ceiling there's some sort of sealed compartment.
Sorry, what?
On the floor there is a pressure plate at the end of that hallway, and in the ceiling there is some sort of sealed compartment.
Huh. That probably shoots out gas or something. Well, not touching that. I'll go find and warn them of that. Yeah, don't go in any of the dead ends. There seems to be a pressure plate trap that may release gas. Actually, we were warned about this. I think, according to my notes, the kobolds told us about that.
Whatever you wrote down, man.
Yeah, they said, Labyrinth part, do not go into any of the dead ends. Okay. Fair enough.
Look at you taking notes and stuff.
Well, that's another dead end. We're not going down that.
Are you guys just letting Xanthiel charge ahead and wait to find out?
She can do the fucking around. We will do the finding out.
Oh, so there's a door at the end of that one that you got to up there.
Yep.
Okay.
I was going to go and head back and tell the other.
Are you stepping on more
Hey,
tiles?
this whole thing is all black for me.
Oh, that's because you
so-
need dark vision. Haha, let me stop. Oh, wait. Stop moving. I can't adjust your vision.
I'm
Sorry, I kept trying to click
Yeah.
on your token and it was moving. So I'm trying to give you dark
like
vision.
it just all went black.
Okay. Let me see. You should be able to see now.
Yeah, I'm reloading Foundry because it was being a bit screwy.
So I think the sheer number of walls in this map is troublesome.
Okay, why can I not? I gotta reload. My walls are fucked up. You there?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Did you?
I'm reloading. My walls
Okay,
are
because
effed.
you did just move yourself into a dead end. So once you reload, confirm if you want to do that.
Nope. Oh, there's 2 doors. Curious.
Gail's just like, all y'all can run around this place.
There we go. Now it's loaded in. God. Okay. Can I move now? There we go.
It looks like you remember.
You are moving.
Well, good news. We found 2 doors.
The rest of you just hear the sound of Xanthiel's hoof steps as she traipses around this maze.
I cast Thaumaturgy on the door.
This is the one that opens it, right?
Yeah, if they're not locked, then we'll open them.
Are these doors locked? Nope. You click the door, open. In here,
Cool.
a shaft of natural light spills from a tiny square hole. Well, actually, it's nighttime, so a shaft of natural darkness does nothing from a tiny square hole in the ceiling that I guess you can perceive because you're the most perceptive centaur that has ever lived, onto a carved stone pedestal in the middle of the room. There is nothing on the pedestal.
That's unfortunate. There's no like text or anything like that around, is there?
Outside of the pedestal, this appears to be a plain stone room.
Well, per.
Oh, you know what I should say? Sorry, I forgot to say something.
What's that?
Let me just draw something on the map real quick. Hopefully you can see this. Down here, can you see that blue
Yep.
blob?
Sure
Sorry.
can.
So there is a pressure plate in the ceiling compartment. There's a little bit of blood splatter on the wall and the floor there.
Huh. Oh, so there was... Like, there wasn't a body, though. It was just blood splatter, was it?
Nope, no body, just some blood.
Huh.
Are you reloaded, Marcona?
Just reloaded.
Okay, so you had moved yourself on into the end of that dead end. Was that intentional?
No, that's
Okay.
literally the only place that would let me move.
Okay.
I literally have no idea where everyone's at.
Xanthiel shouts with Thaumaturgy to make her voice 3 times as loud, so you can find her.
God dang, every time.
Just fucking put the door remotely.
Oh, all right. What are we doing in here?
Well, we were supposed to find a cube. Does not seem like there is a cube, though. Let's see. Take magic, there it is. Ritual cast.
As Xanthiel is ritual casting that, you hear, I guess, the other members of the party who are not ritual casting. You hear from outside Artis's voice faintly through the hallway, kind of echoing and bouncing. Is everything okay in there?
Yeah, and she'll just call out, yeah, everything's fine so far.
Okay, okay.
While Xanthiel just deafens both Gale and Americana because just shouting at 3 times volume. Thanks, Xanthiel.
Yeah. I won't make you roll for sonic damage, but there you go. There is actually sonic damage, and I think it's technically the best damage in 5th edition. Anyway,
Yeah, because nothing resists
nothing
it.
resists it. There's like one monster that does. That
Silent
said,
spells.
after you finish ritual casting Detect Magic, aside from the gear that all of you are wearing and carrying and whatnot, you do not detect any magic within, I mean, pretty much this room. Like, I think there's enough stone walls here that you don't really
Yeah, I
penetrate
wouldn't
much
notice
further.
it. The pedestal, I don't think, looks a foot.
It doesn't
Oh
look
no,
what?
it could be. How big is the pedestal? Like,
It's like 3 feet tall, about a foot wide.
I probably would have sent something if it was inside it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be about.
Yes. Yeah, like
Yeah.
you don't detect anything magic off the pedestal.
And these cubes definitely were magical, so. Well, I don't know. Shit. Oops. Investigate the blood.
The blood.
She has 17 passive. I'm sorry, passive investigation. If she sees anything unusual.
Passives.
Right.
It just seems odd that you can passively investigate something. I'm just saying that out loud, not that I can do
Yeah.
anything about it. So looking at the blood, it looks recent, like within a day or two. And that's about what you can figure out from it. Otherwise, it is blood.
Shit, I don't know.
And it looks like kind of like blood splatters from an injury, I guess, as well. Yeah,
So it wasn't like a lethality as such. Well, not necessarily.
what was the first thing you said?
I said it wasn't from someone who died.
There's definitely not enough blood there for somebody who died of massive trauma.
But someone was here, and they may have taken a cube. Actually, come to think of it, was there any like tracks around before I opened that door? Like in this room, any tracks or? I
So
feel like
the floor is just pretty much smooth stone tiles.
fair enough.
So no, there's no tracks that you detect.
Yeah, but then presumably because there's cobwebs, like you would see if someone would have, brushed past them, or dust, for instance. So like, yeah, the floor might be smooth stone, but you'd still see disturbances if someone's been in here, presumably.
Sorry, I'm trying to parse two different parts of the module in my head. Yeah, that's a good point, because
Yeah, there's like cobwebs and shit blocking the hallways.
technically, thinking back, none of these rooms would have cobwebs in them anyway. But because there are cobwebs, yeah, some of them do look somewhat disturbed. Like, it does look like somebody was here recently.
Well, then someone's probably taken that damn cube.
I feel like there's so many little things in this module that I learn as I run it. Anyway. After we have finished Omu, I can do a debrief where I talk about all of the problems with Omu that come up as we play it. I feel like I could run this 5 times and each time find different things that are interesting. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I think the cube was taken. Then it pushes over the pillar. Pretty sure she could, if she has 32 strength for pushing things. Which puts her roughly at the same strength as a dragon.
Sure, I guess you vandalize the pillar in frustration and knock it over and it goes kunk.
Yay.
I hope you feel
But also
better
the
about
flat-
yourself now. Did that make you feel better? I hope you feel better.
I do, yeah, a little bit. It's like when you help a friend like demolish a wall. It's really cathartic to just go nuts with a sledgehammer.
I chopped wood today.
Yeah, that's something.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm heading back to the front of the tile thing.
Cool. How do you do so?
I'll wait for the others to get here. I'll try to... I think my current plan is to pick up Gale and try to protect him from the darts as much as I can. Like, try to walk in front of the darts, but I guess they come out of both sides of the wall, don't they?
Yeah.
Can't really do that. Shit. Well, she does have a shield, so she can kind of, like, cover him, kind of.
Alright, I got this. Let's do this.
Oh, gosh. Are you going to throw Gale outside?
I mean, hold that thought.
Well, no, Gale is levitate, so, you know, you can just hover out.
No, it's 15 feet. I grab him and I'm just going to throw him like a fucking
Oh
giant.
god, oh god.
Land on your feet, buddy!
Gale, do you resist being thrown by the giant barbarian?
No.
God, how does throwing...
I mean, in character we do, but mechanically we don't.
You're
No,
like,
resist the
stop it. Is there actually a rule for this? Can one...
The
What's
rule
resisting
of
a grab?
awesome.
How far can Murakana throw something that weighs 80 pounds?
Pretty goddamn far. 20 feet should be no problem.
Let's see. Somebody created rules for this, and they said you can throw a same-sized creature up to strength modifier times 5. So your strength mod is 3. So 3 times 5 would be 15 minus 10.
What?
That seems...
Terrible.
Whatever. Make a strength athletics check, Arm. I mean, I guess maybe that makes sense.
Boom!
Boom. Okay. You toss Gale out. I guess Gale at the last second, you decide to like go with it and just kind of push off as he throws you, and you make it out okay. So wherever your token is, zoink,
We were here.
you just got yeeted out the temple.
I just can catch her.
I just smiled, Xanthiel. See, it wasn't that easier.
She just walks off in the hut.
Just landed Artis's arms. My hero dropped.
Okay, Xanthiel, which path do you take?
You know what? Because I know that Murakana should probably take the path that no one's walked on yet. I am going to walk on.
You know what?
You know what?
I'm gonna.
All right, fuck it.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
one?
gonna beat my chest, and I'm gonna take the one that no one's taken.
Okay, hold on. One at a time. I can't listen
Sorry.
to two people talk at once. Xanthiel, you're already through. Which path did you take?
All right. Sorry, I'll take it back.
Like the one with the one you came in on, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Murakana, no one's been on. I reckon.
Oh, this is easier to do with a probability challenge. What is the probability
I know, right?
out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 8 times 4 is 32.
20.
So I'm going to say 1 plus 50% chance. Nope.
What?
1. So as you walk across it, every single tile you step on just looses arrows at you. One of them actually hits you. I'm using math here. There are 32 arrows that fire at you, and the odds
Oh.
of 32 arrows rolling a 20 is about 1.5. So I have said 1 arrow hits you. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Fine.
I'm doing fast math in my head, so I don't have to roll 32 attack rolls. So it does 1d4 piercing damage. Why am I rolling as... No? Okay, I guess I'm just rolling as Murakana for some reason. So you take 4 piercing damage and need to give me 1 Constitution save.
Fantastic.
Let's see.
And that is a failure. So you take 2d6 poison damage. So 4.
So I lost 8 hit points. In total?
Yes. You did not get
That's-
temporary hit points the second time you stepped on the unicorn bunny.
I was already on plus 77, so.
Yeah. Okay, Murakana, what were you going to do?
I am going to beat my chest like an ape and then just briskly walk across the path that no one's taken.
So this is... Okay, hold on. So that's Dragonfly, Monkey, All Mirage, so you get a new 2d10 hit points. So however many that is for you. Oh, shit. I have to look at the one you went up that way. Okay, so Dragonfly's safe, Monkey's safe, All Mirage not safe. You don't get temporary hit points. You get attacked by the All Mirage, you get attacked by the Zebra, you get attacked by the Warthog, you get attacked by the second Dragonfly, you get attacked by the second Warthog, and you get attacked by the Giraffe. So that's 6 times 4 is 24. Your AC is 16.
Yep.
So there's a 1 in 5 chance that I would actually hit you. Actually, no, the chance to hit you is better than that. I'm going to say 7 of these hit you instead of rolling at all. That's approximately
me.
correct.
Works for me.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You take 18 piercing damage. And give me a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. Oh,
And you failed, so you also take 49 poison damage.
but I'm raged. So
You didn't say you were raging. You said you
I said I
walked
beat on
across.
my. I said I beat on my chest like a gorilla
Okay, for future reference, if you are going to rage,
and raged.
say I am
Did
raging.
anyone else hear it, or did my mic cut out?
Well, I heard you say you were beating on your chest, so.
Okay, so you got part of it. All right. I swear to God, I said it, but
Okay, so
We're
you
gonna-
take 9 piercing damage and 25 poison damage. But, yeah, make sure you actually say rage, so I know.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll make sure I say it.
Because you only get so many of those a day, so if you, don't say it, I'm assuming you didn't do it.
I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna long rest somewhere.
He's trailing blood.
Drippity drip.
I made you bleed your own blood. Ugh. Cool. So you guys are back
No.
out. And Artis is just like, that was a lot of darts.
Yeah, someone was here before us, and it seems like they may have made it for the cube.
Also, I'd like to note out there's something like 80 metal darts on the floor of that hallway now. Just kind of bouncing around.
Good luck having sky high AC.
God. I'm so sad I already did a whole series of videos about these shrines because I would have talked about figuring out math on copious amounts of arrow darts first.
Yeah. You'd think they'd run out, too, given how old this place is, but... Which admittedly was also part of the reason why I was, like, double backing to check. Like, maybe make them run out of darts or something.
As written, there is no number of darts in the ammunition hopper. Lyokin, do you think any 5th edition trap published by Wizards of the Coast actually specifies if it's a repeating or non-repeating?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not's a good answer to that question. We also had a moderately lengthy debate in the TOADM chat about if this trap is supposed to work both ways or not.
Well, I have no idea how we're going to find the people who took this trap, took this cube. That sucks. Because I don't think locate item works on magical items. Let's see. I mean, you know what, we're going to try it anyway.
Sure, so are you looking for
The cube that would be here.
the cube from the shrine? I'll say you know enough about the cubes to know that, like... Yeah,
Well, we get the general gist of what
Yeah.
they should be like.
yeah, I'll say you get it. So it's within 1,000 feet of you. Let me look at
Far.
Let me look at the map. Yeah, I think that works. Sure. Yeah. So you get a sense that this cube is somewhere up by roughly where that tomb entrance is, marked on your hand-drawn map.
Well.
It is not currently moving.
Interesting. Oh, we should probably go there then.
Yeah, alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest... Oh, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, since that are in a bag of holding, like, I figure it couldn't detect them. Because usually divination effects fail on being stored in one of those.
I'm not even going to look that up right now. I don't care enough. I'm just going to say yes, you can sense where that cube is. Because I don't care enough to go back and forth. Yeah, it's by the entrance to the tomb. Or at least where you think the entrance to the tomb is.
I relay that information to the rest of the group. And, yeah, I guess we rest up and head out. Or we could head out right away, I don't know. How are you feeling about that, Merrick, huh? I think you're the only one who got injured, really.
Just my pride.
You don't have any pride.
It's so much cooler if you call it the cannonball maneuver.
Yeah.
That's the fastball.
That's right, sorry. You'd think as somebody who used to be an X-Man nerd, I would remember that, but that's what I get. So do you guys want to rest or do you want to move?
Rokana, what do you think? Because I'm reckoning, well, and Gal, I'm not sure. Like, should we pursue this cube? Because I don't know. If it's alright at the entrance, we might not have time.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm thinking, I
mean, we may just go after it. I've got enough rages to get done.
14 hit points. I think we have some health potions if we need to. do not know, so I don't have them on me.
I have a couple. I was saving them for combat, but
Don't take them now, but like if we do actually run into combat,
yeah,
that's
I've
why I
got two
healed you.
graders that I've been saving. I don't even actually know how much they do.
Well, you got 14 hit points for me, so
Yay!
not the best roll, but
I'll take it. All right, let's rock and roll.
kill. May we go to the world map, so to speak, or mirror map?
Did you just say I'll be right back?
What?
What? I don't know what
I
you said.
Can we go to the map?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep. I was poking around at something that I was looking at. Oh, I have to do it this way. Okay. Cool. It's obnoxious.
And I would like to head towards the two mentions where the cube is.
Oh, look, my map is all screwed up again. That's fun.
Yeah,
Why does this map never load right? Don't understand it. 1 second. There we go. So you guys just want to beeline up to 14?
if that's a two mentions, then yeah.
Yep.
Even though I see the two mentions somewhere else, but yeah.
Yeah, that is the location that the kobolds indicated was the tomb entrance. So I will move you guys up there. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back, and we'll probably start the end of the session. So if anybody else has to do anything, now's the time. And we're back. Okay, so you guys, I'm gonna say it is kind of the pre-dawn light right now. It is kind of the time of day we are at. And as you come up to this area, you kind of duck behind a few buildings and see a couple of things as you reach this chunk of cliff face. And let me load a map. Yeah, thanks. Whoa. I hope that didn't load for everybody. That was weird. You just don't believe in following elimination rules, maybe? Let's see what happens. Oh good, it gracefully degrades. Okay. Trying to load a scene, I'm going to throw some tokens down. We got an artist. We got a Zadala. We got a Masika. We get a bag of nails. We will have party members who consist of Gale and Murakama and Xanthiel and Cielo. You guys are at the bottom of this map. Kind of bottom middle.
I can see everything with that.
Just try
probably need to
reloading.
refresh this one.
I don't know why it's doing that. You just like hit escape and reload. It did that to my cameraman too, which is mildly frustrating. Ha! There. I can put a giant black box over everything else on the map. So even if it loads and you saw some of it, I can hide most of it. Anyway. Or maybe not. I don't know. Can anybody see anything yet?
I got full.
Oh, you saw the whole map?
Well,
I'm zoomed
apart
in right
from-
now, but I don't think anything is blacked out.
Just try reloading. I have honestly no idea because
yeah, I got
this...
some weird blackness going.
So I did black out a bunch of the top of the map very quickly because for some reason it decided to show the whole map for no apparent reason. Let me set these defaults and do it again. It's so nice when the game loads the entire map. There. That should block out anything you guys should not currently be able to see. But in the middle bottom of the map should be where your characters are. Because when I look at the token vision, it's working right, but... like I said, I think this world is on its final legs.
Okay, that
Right.
fixed everything for me. Uh-oh. Who are these fuckers?
Cool.
They
So
look friendly.
Murakana's obviously loaded in. Is anybody else loaded in correctly?
Okay, so now the upper left of the map is blacked out.
So if you scroll to the bottom of the map, you should see like an area.
Sorta? Like, yeah?
You
Oh
see, like-
god, everything just froze. There we go.
Are you good, Xanthiel?
Yep, all good.
Okay. It's probably lying. You can probably see the whole map. Anyway.
I'm just gonna restart
Okay.
fucking Foundry because this is weird.
Yeah, I'm just mildly worried that the sheer amount of crap in this world at this point is getting bad. I don't know. I'm guessing completely there, but I also just wish they would release 0.8.0 as a stable release so that I could upgrade from 0.7, 0.9 or whatever. I'm hoping that happens before we start the tune itself, because it'll also make Pathfinder easier. Anyway. Let me know when you're back in, Gal.
We're back and we're loaded at the bottom. Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So, you guys come up to this kind of little indentation in the cliff face to describe the area where you are. Near the base of the cliffs, there is a 15-foot tall obelisk of cracked stone draped with vines and black moss. That is this tent-looking thing, kind of right in front of Xanthiel. Behind it, you can see a dark passageway obscured by withered creepers. There's a second smaller tunnel burrowing off into the base of the cliff to the east. That's kind of over here. And then, let's see, what is that? Easy 10. I think all of you have higher than 10 passive perception, don't you? So over here, you can see that there is an overgrown and obscured, kind of covered by vines and other crap. There's another tunnel going off that way. You can't see in it without going over there and clearing off the vines. So I'll just draw a little... Oh, that's not going to work well, is it? Oh, hey, good. It didn't change that. Oh, hold on. Yep, sorry. So where I drew that blue squiggle, that's an obscured extra cave going into the cliff face. Oh my gosh, one moment. Oh, okay. I muted for that sneeze because that would have been bad. Standing near that obelisk, you can see 3 figures dressed in red robes.
What was it?
I think most of you would recognize these individuals as, yeah, red wizards. How much more than that, I don't think I'm going to say without necessarily any other, anything
Like
else.
a check or something?
Huh?
Would that,
You're cutting in and out.
what kind of check would that be?
Probably... How does that work in this game? I guess probably
Arcana?
history or arcana. History would really be the most accurate one, I think. Yep,
These humans have robes.
they have pretty red robes. Does anybody else want to make a spot check or?
I'll ask them why they're wearing red dresses for. Only one of them appears to be female.
So
I won't do that.
wow,
I'll just walk up.
such a sexist. 2 of them are women.
Shit, there you go.
One walks from behind the. There's a woman back here, a woman here. So Elboliel is a woman.
Yeah, but that was a name, so.
Evlona, who her name for reasons that confuse me, always for everyone. There we go, Evlona. Evlona is a woman, and Gerdax appears to be a man. They are all very pale, and also all of them bear very distinctive facial and head tattoos.
Interesting.
The woman next to the pillar surveys the group of you as you approach, and since you've walked forward, Xanthiel says, I was wondering how long it would take all of you to find the entrance to the tomb.
Well, we were busy. We had to find all the cubes first.
You see the faintest hint of a smirk cross her face as you say that. And she says, yes, we were unfortunately delayed in our progress and noticed that your group had made much better progress in collecting the cubes. And we decided it may be better to wait for you to arrive and discuss further approaching this tomb.
Yeah, what interests you in this tomb? So I guess she actually knows fuck all about red wizards. So.
Gale, you said something. What did you say?
I was just mumbling that I'm not sure I like the sound of that.
Artis moves over, I guess Gale, you would be aware of this. Artis moves over to Zandala and just kind of...
Oh, I just remembered.
He just kind of reaches down and puts his hand on her arm And I think Gale, you would notice that he's doing this just kind of in both a calming and firm way to try and just keep Zandala from doing anything
Killing them.
immediately.
Yeah.
Because I think Gale and Murakana, you would know that Zandala's mother and Artis's one-time love interest was murdered by, or not murdered, but killed as collateral damage from some red wizards. Just to bring
Yeah.
that bit of lore from way back back to the front. And Gale, you also notice that Zandala is agitated, but is not actively doing anything at this point. Okay, so sorry, I just wanted to describe that interaction. So we have Xanthiel, you were saying something, but give me 1 second. Murakana, you moved up. Are you just walking up?
Yeah, I'm just walking up and
Okay.
I just kind of plant my axe in the ground and then lean on it.
Okay. Xanthiel, what had you said?
I asked them what their intentions towards I think this room were.
Evlona says, well, obviously there is a device or creature or something in this tomb that is disrupting the natural flow of souls, and my associates find that considerably disruptive, so we are hoping to enter the tomb and disable whatever is messing up the natural order of things.
Well, that does align with our goals, I do believe. Perhaps we should work together on this end. Or to this end.
Evlona nods slightly and says, I was hoping that you would agree with that course of action. I believe we probably have all of the tools we need to enter this tomb between our two parties, and I would suggest we find the entrance, gain access, and then allow each other to pass without conflict further inside. Is that agreeable to all of you?
And Xanthiel will just like have a glance around to our party members, but I don't know. Like I should be cool with it because again, she doesn't know fuck all about red wizards. So I'm mostly concerned.
Very,
about
very
like,
small,
cast a
very
fire
small
on
nod.
So Gale barely agrees. Murakana, what was your stance?
We're both looking to disable the device, so that works for me.
And Artis...
I
You
do
see-
have a question, though.
Okay, go ahead.
We ran into one of your kind a while back, and she just kind of flew off. Do you know who she was?
And Evlona turns her gaze to you. You notice as she looks at you, Murakana, her eyes are just black. Like, there's no pupil, there's no sclera, there's no iris, just her eyes are black. So, but somehow you're kind of aware of her looking at you, which is awkward with this pillar in the way. I'm just gonna do this.
You beat me to it.
I'm gonna just shift everybody a few inches over. I'm sorry. I had an answer to your question and I just forgot it because I was distracted by that. You'd asked, if you had seen someone like them before. Evlona turns to you and says, do you have a name? I mean, I come from a country. I'm not quite sure what or who you are referring to in this moment.
Perhaps it would be one of your kind that had been missing for a while, captured by, I'm assuming they were indigenous people? Gale, what the hell were those things?
They were kobolds. Oh, not kobolds. Sorry. It was a goblin village, wasn't it?
Are
I
you
think they
trying
were
to
goblins.
remember Valindra?
Yes.
Okay, so you would just to give you back that information. That was Valindra. I don't know if she ever gave a last name, but she said her name was she would have. Well, her name was Valindra Shadowmantle.
That's what it is. Valindra. Yes. I should have known that. I could not remember.
Okay.
I don't take notes. I play this by the hip.
Yeah. So Evelona says, Valindra, she is not a Thayan. So if she had business here in Schult, I am not completely sure what it was. I know that we had other compatriots who were attempting this same mission and they unfortunately have failed. Perhaps they were working with Valindra, but I have not spoken directly with her. I only know of her through association to others in the Zulkir hierarchy.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose we owe her thanks if we ever see her again. I do have to ask, what is your interest in the Soulmonger besides disabling it?
Primarily, we simply wanted to cease functioning.
Oh,
I'm
good.
not
Then
sure. Go ahead.
You understand how dangerous such a device could be if multiplied or built anew.
It certainly is a very dangerous device, yes.
I would also like to point out Xanthiel has a passive insight check of 17. So if they're lying, she'd probably know.
Yeah, so Xanthiel, you get the impression that Evelyn is just kind of going along with what Murakana is saying.
So she's...
Like, she's not lying, she's just basically repeating
it's
what
like
he's
nodding.
saying back to him. Like, yes, it is dangerous device. Of course we want to disable. You know, like...
Absolutely.
Certainly, we want to disable this device because who wants souls to not go where they belong? You know, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Even though they look like a bunch of necromancers, but yep. Sounds good.
Fair enough.
I mean, if any of you want to do like a history check, go ahead.
Yeah, because at the moment we're running off Xanthiel's 4, so feel free.
I will try on armory, but I don't even think I have history. No, I don't.
You do. Well, I don't have it either as a
Good
specialization.
news, it's 5th edition. You can roll a flat roll.
Yeah, I had a
And
on a flat 0 with no proficiency.
yeah, boy, Gail, you know
Yeah,
a lot. Americana didn't roll. Oh, /R space 20. That
Oh,
Well,
shit!
okay.
really?
No, I think you just typed 20, didn't you?
Did he just type 20? Yeah,
I
you
don't
just
know
typed
if I
20.
know.
Okay, so do
Yeah,
you
that's
see at
not
the
wrong.
bottom where it has
Yeah, you
dice?
just did R20.
You can just click the D20 and it'll roll it for
Then
like.
click roll.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Okay, that seems more accurate. So
I was gonna
okay,
say, holy shit.
so Murakana, what you know of red wizards, because I think you're from forests in the central of the Sword Coast. You've heard of them in that there are red wizards that hold mage fairs where they sell magic items, and they wear red robes, and that's about what you know about them.
Fair enough. So I know them from their propaganda. Awesome. Let's do this.
Well, okay. Gale, you know a lot more. You're aware that red wizards are from a nation called Thay. For most of their history, they were a magocracy. But you also know that recently, and I mean recently in like historical terms, a necromancer by the name of Zas Tam took over Thay and has started remodeling it as a necromantic cult serving him. It's ruled by a council of Zulkirs, but at this point, from the rumors and scuttlebutt you have heard, if people don't toe the line to Zastam, they tend to disappear. So this is a nation that is kind of descending into necromancy as its primary way of existing.
All right. Well.
Last piece, just to throw this out because you got a really good roll. The wizard fairs of many of the Thayans are splinter groups who basically fled Thay when Tam enacted his kind of master plan to consolidate power and take over Thay.
All right then.
Cool. Okay, so that's that. Each of you knows what you know. I think we just kind of agreed to work with Evlona for now. Is that accurate?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Like
yeah.
I was looking at the party to whether Artis and Zandala are okay with it. Then yeah.
So,
So I'm guessing Bag and House is a good shit.
you know, Bag of
So you
Nails
can probably
doesn't give a flying fuck. Bag of Nails is just standing here, kind of watching this all happen. Masika is just kind of like watching intently at what is happening, mostly just trying to figure out if she's supposed to pull her Kopesh blades out or not. You see Artist kind of, he leans to the side and whispers a little bit to Zandala. And he looks to the rest of you and just kind of nods curtly. And you can see Zandala's just kind of, she takes a few breaths and calms herself to try and
unhappy.
like, well, yeah, like she's just, this is not a good moment for Zandala, and she's choosing.
Pain hasn't been, to be honest.
She's choosing to trust Artis right now, which is a new experience for Zandala.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah,
I guess Evlona looks like the leader, or at least she's the one talking. So
she is the only Thayan who has spoken thus far.
cool. Xanth will approach her a bit closer and say, "Well, yeah, those terms are acceptable, I believe."
And okay, let me see here. I'm gonna. Sorry, I threw so many black boxes on this map that I need to delete a few now because you guys actually. Sorry, it's just I didn't want to give away like a whole floor of what we're gonna do later. Because I think part of the fun is playing the game. I don't know. So Evlona says, well, that is fantastic. I am assuming you have at this point probably 8 of the cubes from the shrines.
Yeah, functionally. And from what I could tell, you have the remaining.
Yes, we have 1 more cube, so I believe we have all 9 cubes for all 9 trickster gods, and I assume that is going to allow us to enter somehow. We have explored the initial surrounds here. There is a hallway to the east that has some statues that I assume would be interesting for anybody who is an archaeologist, but are pointless to me. In the hallway behind me is a door that seems to have space for 8 cubes, which seems to be some sort of probably trick or trap. And Nithla, you may come out now. And as she says this, another wizard emerges, kind of pushing her way through that undergrowth. And I'm gonna delete some walls because they don't matter anymore. Hey, the other group just decided to go fucking full ham here. So, or not here, but well, you saw what happened.
Yeah, that's all.
So yeah, Anyway,
But since Xanthiel is lawful neutral, she probably just wouldn't really care too much, regardless.
okay. Well, can I control Z? Yes, I can. Awesome. Wow, that's an awesome feature. Boundary has an undo option. That's amazing. So another Thayan wizard emerges from the thicket over here, and there's another tunnel here. And Evlona says, "It appears that there is a passageway there that has a door with space for 9 cubes."
Huh, interesting. So I'm guessing that one's probably a trap, and that one's most likely the legit one, given that one's got the space for 9. Probably.
I can neither confirm nor deny your suppositions.
I mean, well, there is Olga. But I'd have to actually see the room, presumably, before I can actually do a reliable check on that.
I think Augur, you just have to clearly state your intention.
Oh. Well.
So let me pause for a second.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give some more descriptions of areas since we are not galloping towards combat. So on the obelisk that you guys are all standing around, there is, let's see, there is a message carved into the base of that obelisk. And that's, again, this thing that I am pinging right now in front of you. That says in the inscription...
A tent.
Go ahead.
I thought it was a tent.
Yeah, I know. It's... whatever. That is a stone obelisk. Engraved into the base of that obelisk in common, not in Chultan or Old Omuin, as everything else in this city, it reads, "Fear the night when the Forsaken One seizes death's mantle, and the seas dry up, and the dead rise, and I, Asirak the Eternal, reap the world of the living. Those who dare enter take heed." And I'll post all of this in chat and in Discord, but the enemies oppose, one stands between them, in darkness it hides, don the mask or be seen, speak no truth to the doomed child, the keys turn on the inside only. And that is what is engraved on that plaque.
Sorry, what was the last parts? Don the mask or be seen, turn the keys on the inside only, and what was that?
I'm going to post it all,
Oh.
if that works for you, just because
Yep.
that's way easier. So the inscription on the statue, or the obelisk, is that, and I will also post that in Toonplot in Discord. Just to be incredibly blunt, you're going to find, as we go forward, a fair number of these inscriptions or plaques. I highly recommend that you read them and look at them.
I have been, that's why we've been recording them.
Well, I'm just saying, these, like, all of those things are there for a reason. And I will also note that this is the point where the module starts to take a turn. Where thinking about how you approach traps and situations is going to matter even more than it has in the shrines up to this point. Because I think I brought this up in general chat. I think only a few people answered, but well, I'll just pause for a second. Well, I'll come back to it because I think we're safe here. But I want to take a second to either say this session or the beginning of the one where we get inside this place. I want to just kind of say a few things before we start and make sure we're all, like, I want to ask how you guys want me to run this from here on out, but I'll get to that. So that's the inscription on the obelisk. Yeah, there's the hallway of statues to the east. There is to the north of you guys a door, a stone door that has basically 8 cube holes in it, and there is a hallway that Avlona has told you has space for 9 cubes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to head over to where there was the space for 9 cube.
Cool. I'm going to pause for just 1 second and be right back, and then actually finish. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay, so you're at the hallway there. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, pulling aside the heavy undergrowth here, you uncover there's an archway in the cliff face. There are stone skulls peering down from the lintel, and old bones litter the threshold to this cavern, or this hallway or pathway. As light strikes the entrance, nothing happens, because that's stupid. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry. Bats
what's a-
screech out. Sorry. But there was already a person in there, so, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I asked if she's been in there before. This Nithla?
Nithla, yeah.
Yep.
Yes, I was waiting to see how your conversation with Evlona went.
A reasonable precaution. She opens the door with thaumaturgy if it's not locked.
So that doesn't work. Is that a cantrip? Yeah, cool. So as you approach the door, there's a slab of worked stone blocking the tunnel about 20 feet in. That's the... who am I selected on? Let me switch this. Where's my mouse?
Leave it last.
Okay, so yeah, about 20 feet from the entrance of this cave, there's a slab of worked stone. Grinning skulls mark the edge of the slab, in the center of which are 9 cube-shaped cavities arranged in 3 rows of 3. When you try to cast thaumaturgy on this doorway, nothing happens.
Interesting. Wait, so did she come? She didn't come from that
Nithla?
Nithla. Yeah,
She was...
I was just hiding here.
Yeah, you can assume she was probably just hiding in here. Not necessarily that she had solved the door, but that she was just hidden as you guys had approached.
Then how do they know that, there's a room in there with spots for 9?
You're looking at the
Cubes.
door that has spots for 9 cubes.
Oh, right.
So this door that you're in front of is the door that has spots for 9 cubes.
I still think that would be a time to rest up first before we start pressing on into a temple that looks very much like endgame stuff.
I'll say as soon as you open the door, that is the end of 5th edition.
Oh,
This is the ultimate moment. We have passed the penultimate moment, and we are at the ultimate moment. So as soon as you solve this door, that is when we pause, convert, and move on to Pathfinder. Does that make sense?
yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Unless you guys don't want to. Let me rephrase that. If you guys want to keep going as 5th edition, we can do that. Like, it's all prepped. I have it all here. But if we want to convert over, this is a great point to just like...
I feel like Pathfinder would be better for me.
Yeah, fair. Same. Okay, well, the wall grade doesn't work here, does it?
You're not in the tomb yet.
No, that's... Oh, right.
Once you pass this door, that is when all of that will take effect.
Figure out if...
Phrase your question.
If I were to place all 9 cubes in the spots on this door, would something good or bad happen?
Okay. This spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as additional spells or loss or gain of a companion. I am going to say you get a mix of weal and woe. You get the impression that there are good possibilities and bad possibilities for putting cubes into this doorway.
Well, that's just maddeningly unhelpful. Something will happen, so there's that. Let's see.
Hey, just a heads up, I might have to pop out soon. I'm starting to not feel that great.
Fair enough.
Do you want to pause here and we can just kind of... I mean, we can solve this
Let's
door
with you guys.
now or later. I'm fine with that. I don't think this door makes a huge difference.
Stone shape. Go! Stone shape really won't work.
Yeah, and I just feel like I got a migraine coming on that's not doing too well with me.
How
Yeah,
you
fair.
doing, Murakana?
Doing good. Sorry, had a mild problem I had to take care of.
Okay. Oh, how
Who'd
about
you take care of?
how about we pause the game here, because there is one thing I want to bring up with the three of you. And I guess
Like wizards?
Gale, if you can't do it, let me know. But I guess what I want to know is I can kind of from here on out run things as written, or I can kind of try to take. I can try to make the game. Basically, if I run it as written, there's very little margin for error once we get past this door. I can also blunt that a little bit. So I guess my question for you guys is just how you want me to run that once we get past this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like we could probably get away with more amusing shit if you blunt it a bit.
Yeah, because basically what I can do is kind of... I can add some more hints in here and there. There's ways for me to do that, and I can also basically just reduce damage and tweak some of the stuff in the game. And if everybody wants that, I'm happy to do it, because I mostly want this to be fun. As written, the tomb is pretty gnarly. Like, it's the shrines and then a little bit. So I guess, yeah. And you can think about it, but I just want to bring it up because I don't want to, like, have somebody get just insta-killed and then be pissed off about it. If that makes sense. Like, and just based on how we approach stuff, I just want to bring that up because I think about half the time we approach stuff really smart, and about half the time we approach stuff is just like, well, let's just do this thing. And I don't know if the tomb is amenable to that necessarily. So, yeah. That's all. I don't know. Just want to bring it up again to make sure I'm designing a game that is fun to play, if that makes sense.
I'm not really sure I like fun though. I mean, that's why I played it.
Well, I think so. Gail's having
yeah, no, I'm good
having
with
had
it
trouble,
being.
so we can pause. I'll pause the recording right now. But thanks, guys. This was obviously a much longer session than usual, although I think I kind of enjoyed it. I don't know. I feel like we covered more.
Oh yeah.
So I guess at this point, probably next week, or not next week, but 2 weeks from now, what I'll do is my plan was to run the Pathfinder Beginner Box adventure, just to give you guys a chance to play Pathfinder without any stakes before we jump into, the Tomb of Annihilation. And then depending on, like how fast we do that, maybe do some character creation right then and there. And then in between that session and the next one, decide if we want to do character creation outside of the game or if we just want to do it together. And then either, do a session where it's part character creation and pick up from here, or just pick up from here. Does that work for everyone?
Works for me.
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you all. I'm going to stop the recording.
Right.
Cool times. Next 2 weeks from now. Cool. Please enjoy the following recording misadventures. Okay, we are here. This is session 40 for the Saturday team. Spacebar pauses it. It's been about 2 weeks, and I think we finished up. You guys had just cleared out Wongo's Shrine, which is area 12 on the map, bringing you guys up to 8 of the puzzle cubes you need to get into the tomb. Oh man, hold on. Arm, say something inappropriate.
Tits McGee.
There we go.